called statute of limitations. That means you have 2 years from the time of the accident to actually file a lawsuit if need be. If you don't do that, you're going to lose your rights to the claim. Now, sometimes some lawyers will wait till the last minute to file or contact you with just about a month left saying that they don't know if they want to proceed with your case. Be careful with that. For more information, contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546, Office, Orlando.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1907 $10 gold Liberty coins has been found. These gorgeous 1907p gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 100 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling the secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you can own a piece of the hoard. When you call, you are guaranteed a 1907 gold Liberty struck at the iconic Philadelphia Mint. With limited availability, you must call now. These 1907 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition with brilliant luster. That is 117 years of history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-973-3097. Call now and you'll receive a free bonus, a $50 value free with every order. Call 1-800-973-3097 now to secure your 1907p $10 gold Liberty coins before they sell out. That's 1-800-973-3097.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
San Jose's original Mexican restaurant is now open in Altamont. Visit sanjosesoriginal.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. The Jim Colbert Show will be taking off any moment now. We'd like you to grab
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. M-O-N-E-Y. Money. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Wednesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day, and we do have a good program for you today. We will get you caught up on what's happening out in the world. We'll do that at 3:20 with Woke News. 4 o'clock hour, it's Animal House. Daisy Fiore is in. Audubon Center for the Birds of Prey. She'll have an owl friend with her, which you guys know I'm a big owl fan. 5 o'clock hour, it's Scott Maxwell from the Orlando Sentinel. Plus, we'll have a pair of tickets to Judson's Live to give away for trivia. 6 o'clock hour, we'll end it up with You Heard It Here First. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous, lethal, I may say, co-host, Miss Deb Roberts. Come back.
Hello.
There.
Hello there.
Hi.
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 Hi there.
Hi.
Hi.
And, of course, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Find us easily on social. Instagram and Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter, just at Jim Colbert Show. And, of course, all day, every day at Jim Colbert Live. That's where you can check us out on YouTube. Click right through to our feed and give us a subscribe and like, pretty please. Your 3 o'clock keyword is money, M-O-N-E-Y. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance to hop on board, guys. We are on fire.
We're on one.
Had a winner yesterday at 6 o'clock right here on the Jim Colbert Show, and again this morning on the Monsters at 10 a.m.
Yep.
So the slot machine is warm and ready for you. Money is your 3 o'clock keyword. Again, go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000.
Just like Lori in Ormond Beach.
That's right.
And we didn't get the name of the person who won this morning on the Monsters, but 6 winners for us now?
Yeah, 6 winners for
Carrie.
Yeah.
Carrie.
There you
Carrie and Coco.
All
Loving
right,
it.
Carrie and Coco and Lori in Ormond Beach.
go. Loving it.
Yeah.
That
Get
is
that money.
so cool.
Ladies getting paid.
That's right, girls. Get you some.
A couple things. I will have a full review of the Thorn that I left a little early to see last night. Thank you guys so much for watching out for me there, as I could leave a little bit early and check that out.
That's okay. We just ran the show into the ground,
I
but
understand.
thankfully, we only had 30 minutes to do it, so
I heard a
not
little
that
bit of
much
it.
damage.
And Jack needs to get his ass back over there because I have a bone to pick with Jackson Brown.
I'm
Get over
sure
there.
you were cursing us all the way to
Well,
watching
listen.
the story about the story of Christ.
Yeah. It was actually. It's amazing how quickly you can get down to the Dr. Phillips Center at 7. It's not that bad, but that middle
You
lane,
never know.
That middle lane really did a wonder for I-4. It really did. I mean, it. I know we like to rag on stuff that they do here in Orlando when it runs over budget and over time.
Oh, a toll road.
And
The
a toll
road's
road.
for free. Now we're going to have to pay.
Holy ass, man. I mean, that rocket ship down to downtown Orlando from Maitland was the joint. I left here at, what 6:45 or something?
I would
Was it a little bit earlier than that?
A little bit earlier than that.
Oh, yeah. Just maybe 6:35 or something, right?
Yeah.
And sat in my seat. Was sat in my seat by 7:15. Did not miss, or by 7:10. Did not miss one frame of the show.
Wow, excellent.
I was pretty good there. And I didn't even have my damn ticket downloaded. Let me tell you how much fun that was. Jack would have had a big kick watching me in my cab of my truck melt down.
Damn it, it's impossible.
All right, a couple rules we need to establish on the show, okay?
Oh, no, not more of this
A
stuff.
couple rules we have to establish on
When
the
I
show.
leave, you can't talk about books.
No. I didn't.
When I'm here, you can't talk about books.
Did you guys talk about books when I was gone?
We did.
Oh, damn. What book was it?
It just happened. I don't even know.
Yeah, it was just the power of books,
Yeah.
and how you can binge a really good book like you do a really good TV
You can.
show.
But I find with reading, though, you have to almost get yourself in the mindset of reading.
Yes.
And then it has to kind of, it's like watching a series. Once you've committed to the first couple, you feel like you owe it to yourself to do the rest. It's hard for me to do that with a book that doesn't catch me in the first 2 chapters.
And that's what we were talking about because Jack was saying, he only has so much expendable time in the evening.
That's the other thing.
Is it sitting on the couch watching a great new show with your wife, or
Or a
is it
Yankees
sitting
game?
alone, a Yankees game, having a bourbon, or an old fashioned, or is it sitting by yourself and reading?
Yeah, I love the idea
Ooh,
of sitting
Jack,
by
are
myself
you-
and reading. It's just finding 20 minutes to do that.
Yeah, but I thought about it overnight, and I'm going to combine it, and I will drink a bourbon as my wife reads.
Yeah,
to
very
me.
nice. It's even better. Even better. Here's the new show rule.
All right.
Jack, this is for you, buddy, and for nobody else.
Does it have to do with my hair?
It has to do with your hair.
My God, it's
You son of a
wigging me
bitch.
out,
Listen to
man.
me. You cannot.
It's wigging me out,
On
man.
this day, May 1st, easy to remember,
Mayday.
2024.
Mayday.
It's a proclamation. Jack Bradshaw will no longer, and I say no blinking longer,
Give yourself the buzzer, Jack.
not even 1 second will he produce this show without product in his hair anymore. It is so off-putting. Go to JimColbertLive.com, click through to our YouTube feed. Jack's feed is as limp as a 60-year-old.
Come on now.
I mean, come on, man.
So this
Why
is
does this happen? You do this to us about every 3 months, and you have no idea. For people who aren't you,
2 months.
this is really off-putting.
It's 2 months because I get my hair appointment right
Jesus.
before I come into work.
This guy.
And so, dear Alyssa will set my hair, but typically I use what we would call
vinyl or paste or wax, right?
Right.
Put it on my hands, and then I go through my hair, and it kind of holds.
Pompadour a little,
Gives it body.
pompadour a little
Gives it
bit.
body.
Yeah, a
Gives
little
me
bit
that
of
little lift.
There you go.
Gives him the big boy.
This is
the fresh. Gives him the fresh, baby.
So this, speaking of big boy, this looks like this is a little boy.
It's
This
floppy.
is a little boy.
Yeah, it is a little boy. It's just the comb over, the bangs combed over. But she hit it with hairspray, and I was just like, fine, I'm just going to work.
Is that why you unbuttoned your polo shirt one more button so that you didn't look that much more of a little boy with it buttoned all the way to the top?
Anything to take the attention away from that floppy face.
I was trying to button it up more.
Yeah, buddy. You got to do something. You got to go find some oil or some, you got to rub some candy in there or something. Anything. Get a Snickers bar melted up real good. You got to get that. Are you joking? As if you already don't defy time. You now look I don't know how, 12 years younger.
I know.
Holy ass. Your wife cannot like that.
That's why
what's the
he's
bad side of
upset.
this?
That's why he's upset, because
Your
he's
wife.
over there
Oh,
looking like
shoot.
Billy Joel.
Your wife, how dare you? Your wife has to hate that.
Are you? Well,
She has to hate that.
it is a little too underaged. It's a little too underage.
Yeah, I feel like asking
I
you
need
if you
to-
have a hall pass.
I feel like asking for your ID.
No
So,
joke.
so if you're watching this on YouTube, and at YouTube, we really hope you are, Jim Colbert Show on
Please.
YouTube. Look at the boxes. There's Jim and there's Jack. Who's older?
Okay, listen.
Yeah, don't you dare look
Jack-
at my box, because
Jack
you didn't
is-
ask.
Jack is older, and that's usually $30.
You don't know.
And I'm telling you, you can't come in here without any hair product anymore. It's off-putting. Nobody likes it. And I'm the only one with the guts to say it to you. Okay. Everybody in this building wants to say it to you, but I'm going to say it to you. Nobody in this building wants you in here without a hair product.
No, what I want to say to him is, young man, where is that lunchbox?
Right, no joke. My God.
I left my PB&J in the
All
other
right,
room.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Last night went to the Dr. Phillips Center, the Walt Disney Theater there, and saw a production of The Thorn.
Thorn.
Yeah, The Thorn, which is a stage-based Cirque du Soleil laser version of the story of Christ, right? Story of Jesus. And, it's weird because that doesn't seem like it would translate well into a show of that nature, because I'm going to tell you, the second half of that story is a bummer.
Right.
I'm going to give you a heads up. The second story of Jesus, the second half
you're
of
not
Jesus'
spoiling
life
anything.
is zero fun. And again, and that's well said, because here's the thing. Everybody going into this, of course, knows how this thing goes. You just want to see the rendition, how it's told, how clever they are, how the characters are, blah, 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 blah. And I really did not know what to expect. My wife had read me a couple reviews from reputable places like Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb. It said that the production was fantastic. You're going to love it. And actually, I think on Rotten Tomatoes, it's like 98%.
Oh, wow.
Which is a really good score. At IMDb, it's almost 8, which is also a very good score. I was like, well, how good could it be, right? And it was amazing. Like, I'm telling you, that production was amazing. Now, there were some parts of it I thought were a bit corny, because they did do the Cirque du Soleil kind of dancing kind of thing. But how they did this and how they won is this: by a very, very, very talented actor by the name of Jim Miles, who plays John in this story, right?
Okay, John the Baptist.
Jesus' best friend.
Yep.
Okay. And the first half of this, it was a 2-hour.
No, he wouldn't have been John the Baptist. It would have been the disciple.
The disciple John, not John the Baptist.
Yeah, the one. So if you're looking at the Last Supper, he's just to Jesus's left.
Exactly
You're
right.
looking at him.
Okay, so he was.
I was Jesus at the Living Last Supper.
He was Jesus' best friend.
So,
he knows John.
My hair was a little longer than this, with no product at all.
And Jack and I were talking earlier, and I think this is how this goes from the people I know in this business. If you get lines, if you get to speak in any production, your pay is higher, right? If you're just an actor, a backdoor actor, backstage actor, or you're in the background, you're doing stuff, but you're not really saying lines. The audience isn't really relying on you to forward the story. You don't get that kind of money. If you're speaking, you get paid. And of course, the more you talk, the more you get paid. So I was like, wow, I wonder why it was staged like this. And I wonder if this is the case. One person had about 99% of the lines, and it was this actor, Jim Miles, who played John. And how they brilliantly got around that, and I'm sure kept production costs very low, is he basically narrated the story, and then the actors acted out what he'd already pre-narrated. So you got the story, and then they kind of would go dark, and then the actors would kind of act out what he was saying with music and with action or whatever the case may be. And I will tell you, the surprising part of it was this. It was unbelievably funny.
Oh, really?
It's amazing how they did this because they allowed this John character to tell the story. By the way, in character, old hair, the whole 9 yards. He was wearing the trope of the day. Whatever he would be wearing, the sandals, the whole nine, had the staff, the whole 9 yards. But they allowed him to speak in modern terms when discussing what was going on, and it was so unbelievably funny. That first half was very funny. Second half, not so funny. Second half of that story of Jesus is a bummer. I'm just going to give you a heads up. There was about 20 minutes of that show last night that I remember going, holy S, this is heavy, because they did not cut back on the beaten. And that was, in the times of man, this goes down as one of the all-time clubbings of a human being is what happened to Christ.
Spoiler alert. Some people might know how it ends.
Okay, I won't say it then.
Just
all right,
hold back on that?
I want to read about Easter. But either way, but they show that the crucifixion, they pump in the sound that heightens the kind of ominous, overwhelming feeling of dread you get when something like that would be happening. They were able to bring that to life. That would be the only thing. And I told my wife leaving, I said, I think they could have gotten the idea of cross without that much. Because during one of the scenes when he's being beaten by the Roman soldiers, as they're describing what he's being hit with, which is basically that cat of nine tails, where they're pieces of iron, animal bone, kind of sewn into the tallies of that whip. It goes dark for a second, and then they come back, and the guy who's playing Jesus is wearing like this bodysuit thing that basically looks like ripped, torn flesh that is bleeding. And and it's real though. I mean, not real blood, but they really it wasn't like just painted on rubber. They did the whole thing because you could see the liquid flying off the body as they struck it. Of course, not hard. And you could see it on the stage as they were kind of moving around and cleaning it up as they went to the next scene. But if you get a chance and it comes to your city, last night, unfortunately, was the last night here in Orlando. I think it goes to Miami next, and I think it may stay in Jacksonville. I'm not 100 on that. It's called The Thorn. Check it out. If you're around it, I would suggest it. If you're interested in that kind of entertainment, it was a damn good production. Enjoyed every single second of it, and everybody we heard walking out thought it was amazing as well. So good job, guys. A wonderful production. You did a good job.
Awesome.
All right, what's coming up for news?
Florida's 6-week abortion ban is officially on the books. Shocking news. Florida ranks last in teacher pay. And Dave & Buster's will allow customers to place bets on games.
Ooh.
We'll talk about that and more coming up next during Woke News.
You got it. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I've got a bone to pick with my son for something that he does. I'll tell you what it is, because I'm sure some of you people do the same thing. States have slang terms, and I wonder how many of these slang terms that are associated with just each state that you guys will know. Also, Americans think they know how much they're worth per hour. And I will bet this list will shock you a little bit. And we do it by generations.
Okay.
We have all that today, plus Scott Maxwell, Animal House, your opportunities to win $1,000. All that's next here on the Jim Colbert Show.
Sure, you could use it to work out.
Are you ready to work together to create a healthier life?
Or you could just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Looking at delays in the usual spots on I-4 as you travel east and westbound by the major attractions exits as well as through downtown. No travel delays to report for those who need to take the Beach Line or the Greenway today. Traffic up to speed both east and westbound for those taking the 408. If you run into traffic problems today, just make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Need an oil change? Short on time? Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Stay in your car and be back on the road in about 15 minutes. Our expert technicians use premium products for top-notch vehicle care. Quick, easy, trusted. That's Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over the Filatowski Eye Institute. Do you have trouble with your eyesight? Have you noticed it's getting a little worse lately and you're like, man, this sucks? I would not like to go through my life with this. I don't want to wear glasses or contacts. And if you do wear them now, what a pain, right? Especially when the summer comes and you want to hit the beach and have a good time. What are you waiting for? The Filatowski Eye Institute is ready to help, and they can help with a free LASIK consultation. I mean, why wouldn't you take a few minutes to find out what these guys can do for you to make your life better? Do it. It's easy. Just text this number, 1041, to the number 868686 and start your journey to better vision with the Filatowski Eye Institute. They have all the experience you could possibly want, 65,000 LASIK procedures under their belt. They use the latest state-of-the-art tech that gets you the best responses, and finances is a concern. Do not worry. 24-month interest-free financing is available as well. Just text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your free LASIK consultation at the Filatowski Eye Institute. Your path to better vision begins right now.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative NBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, postnasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I was groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion were making Jana miserable. Then, a friend recommended Navage. Navage provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Navage helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
Navage gave me instant relief. I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. I didn't have to wait an hour, 90 minutes. I didn't have to wait a minute. I ran the rinse and I felt better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best again with Navage. Navage.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Experience life now at Orlando Science Center. Life is an all-new nature and conservation exhibit featuring animals and immersive galleries. Explore the ocean, swamp, and rainforest and encounter the animals that call these ecosystems home. Meet a sleepy sloth, playful monkeys, a baby shark, a curious owl, and their friends. Learn about issues impacting their habitats and how you can make a difference. This is life at Orlando Science Center. Get tickets and more info at osc.org.
Hi, everybody. It's Savannah Guthrie here with Hoda Kotb from The Today Show.
You know that saying, you learn something new every day? Well, it is so true.
Yes, every morning on Today, it's those little tips that can help save you time and improve your day.
From the simplest ways to save money right now to incredible kitchen and cleaning hacks that you never knew existed. Just remember,
see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning, right here on NBC.
It's brand new, Season 2. I'm Marissa Thalberg.
And I'm Stephen Wolf-Ferreira, and we're excited to be back having bigger, bolder, and always real conversations.
Straight from the C-suite front lines of marketing, media, and more.
We have great friends joining from people you may know, like Wilmer Valderrama and Bobby Burke.
And people you'll want to know. So grab a coffee or, hey, even an Aperol Spritz and come join us on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart.
Open your free iHeart app today and search brand new.
For all your windows and doors, go to FASWD.com. That's FASWD.com.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, brother Jack. Get the hairs going this way, get the hairs going that way. Hey, remember, when you're on your way to work and you never like put product or whatever, use the Hanalei hairbrush. To get your car up to about 45, hang your head out the window, it'll put it all back, you'll be okay, you can get through work. Aloha.
Aloha,
hey, Jack,
indeed.
what you doing after school? Why don't you come on over? I got that new Asteroids game. Bring some Mountain Dew, would you?
Good job, guys. All right, 407-916-1041. Don't forget your 3 o'clock keyword is money. M-O-N-E-Y. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Money, guys. Go get that money. We have 2 winners in the last 18 hours. Last night around 6 o'clock and this morning around 10 o'clock.
Yep.
Looking to add more. Get it. Money is your keyword. Good luck. Welcome back. I am Jim. Jack is right over there. He's way past his bedtime. And Deb has your news.
And now, it's time for Woke News. It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole woke on the Jim Colbert Show.
All right, we got a lot of news, so let's jump in with both feet. Woke News brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. A controversial state law took effect today. It is now illegal to have an abortion after 6 weeks of pregnancy under the Heartbeat Protection Act. Proponent Katie Daniel with Pro-Life America says this will save countless lives.
To save as many as 50,000 unborn lives here in the state of Florida in just the first year.
But Democratic Congresswoman Frederica Wilson calls the ban too extreme and dangerous.
So even a 6-week abortion ban is like a total ban because so many people don't even know they're pregnant.
Victims of rape, incest, and human trafficking can continue to access abortion up to 15 weeks, but must provide proof, like a police report. Voters will weigh in on Amendment 4 in November, which, if approved, guarantees a constitutional right to abortion before fetal viability.
So they have to walk in and say, here's my proof of rape?
Yeah. And many women don't report it.
Yeah. Interesting.
So, yeah.
Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris is in Jacksonville today rallying for what she calls reproductive freedom.
So listen, I think we all know this is a fight for freedom. The fundamental freedom to make decisions about one's own body and not have their government tell them what they're supposed to do.
The Biden-Harris campaign says the vice president is discussing what they see as harms that will be inflicted by the abortion ban and how former President Donald Trump is to blame for the restrictions. The other major story that continues to make news all over the country is the protests breaking out on college campuses. Even more campuses are involved today. University of Wisconsin-Madison, the police are breaking up encampments there as well. Here in Florida, despite some threats by the governor that students will be expelled, the University of South Florida campus is quiet right now, but it was a chaotic scene last night. Pro-Palestinian protests led to clashes with police, with about 100 holding umbrellas and plywood sheets.
They tried to tell us we couldn't have the protest. They tried to threaten students with trespasses. They tried to threaten us with arrest if we had this protest, which we know is very illegal. We know that infringes on our rights to free speech, on our right to protest.
That's Victoria Hinckley with Tampa Bay Students for a Democratic Society. 10 people were arrested, including 39-year-old Atta Othman, who was allegedly found to have a gun on him. He's now facing felony charges. 5 people, including 2 students, are also facing charges after a protest at Florida State University in Tallahassee. Meanwhile, members of the Senate Judiciary Committee up in Washington, D.C. are speaking out today about those pro-Palestinian protests on college campuses. And Florida Senator Rick Scott says Floridians are rethinking the safety of their kids at northern schools.
Expect them to learn something, build relationships, and when they finish, be able to get a job. We don't expect them to be worried about whether they're going to get beat up. Their Star of David necklace is going to be ripped off.
Scott says the federal government needs to stop funding schools that allow the violent anti-Israel protests. Protesters are calling for schools to divest from companies that are in support of Israel. All right. Locally, the family of a 15-year-old College Park Middle School student who died after suffering a medical emergency while riding his school bus Monday morning is demanding answers. Anthony Greg Francis says Jazeel Sanders' sister told the bus driver her brother was having trouble breathing and had passed out.
My brother's passed out. We need help. We need 911. Again, she was directed to go back and sit down. We would like to make sure that the protocol includes response to emergency situations.
The sister said the bus driver kept driving for another mile before pulling over for another incident, noticed the 15-year-old in distress, and that's when he called 911. The teen was taken to the hospital where he was later pronounced dead. No cause of death has been released, but as you can imagine, the family says they are outraged about how the incident was handled.
Yeah, it's so tough to put bus drivers in that scenario, of course, because you get those jackass students who think up something stupid to say or do to the bus driver every other day. And then when somebody comes through with an actual request for something, then they need help, you know.
And there's a shortage of bus drivers.
Right.
Every summer I see the sign that they're hiring at, I don't know if it's $14 an hour now, maybe it's $15 an hour, but, you know, that there's a lot that goes on. You're giving a lot of responsibility.
Right, to somebody making $15 an hour.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, you know, we'll keep our eye on that case. But in the meantime, a student who was caught on camera attacking a Flagler County teacher is expected to face his sentencing later this afternoon. 18-year-old Brendan Deepa has pleaded no contest to aggravated battery following the incident at Matanzas High last year. We had talked about this story also in Woke News yesterday. The paraprofessional who was attacked, what did you say this kid was, Jimmy? 6'6", 265?
6'6", 270.
270. Well, she suffered broken ribs and a concussion. Deepa could face up to 30 years in prison. Of course, today's hearing is scheduled a week after his legal team filed a lawsuit against the school district, claiming officials did not properly address his documented behavioral health issues.
Threw her on the ground. And when I say threw her about 15 feet
her
on the ground. The first thing that hit the ground was like her shoulders and head. Then on top of that, got on top of her, started kicking her and punching her. When faculty started dragging him away, while he's being dragged away, he still had his feet available and still tried to kick her, was hammer kicking her with his heel in her head.
After saying that she had taken away his Nintendo Switch, of which she said she never did to him.
Gotta go.
Now imagine putting up with all of that, and then you hear this. Florida is at the bottom of a national list when it comes to teacher pay. The largest teachers union in the country released its newest data on salaries yesterday. The National Education Association has put the Sunshine State in 50th place, showing the average educator made just over what money during the 2022-2023 school year.
I thought they raised this. I'm surprised.
They did, but...
Yeah, but I mean, to catch up nationally, I would say 47.
Oh, the average?
The average. Average educator made between 2022 and 2023.
I'm going to go with the under, I'll say. But I'm going to give Jim a big window. I'm going to say 46.5.
Okay. Points Jimmy, and it's actually a little bit better than that. It's $53,000. Yeah. All right. The number one spot went to California, where
everybody, Jimmy got a bell.
where teachers made more than...
I think teachers out there make about 75, don't they?
California?
Yeah. California.
Okay, I'll go 76.
$95,000.
Oh,
because California and the Northeast do quite well up there.
The Midwest. And the Midwest. During Florida's last legislative session, you're right, Jack, a House bill aimed at raising the base salary for teachers to $65,000 quickly stalled. All right, today is National Heat Stroke Prevention Day.
Okay.
In fact, leading cause of non-crash vehicle-related death for kids is heat stroke from being left in a hot car.
Wow.
Highway safety specialist Laura Dunn says even at 60 degrees outside, a child's body temperature can rise to 107 or even higher, and that can cause death. What do they say you need to go to the hospital when you get a fever? 103, 104?
Yeah, 104 is what I hear is the breaking point where most people start either putting themselves in cold water, their kids in cold water to cool them down, and then take some kind of medical
call
intervention.
911.
Right, yeah.
Well, I mean, look at today. The high is supposed to be, 85? This is if it's only 60 degrees.
Right.
Now, and Dunn says children are at risk of heat stroke, even if they're in a parked car with the windows cracked.
As these days are getting warmer, we are reminding everybody of the dangers that hot vehicles pose to children, especially those children that are about newborn to 5 years old. They're most susceptible to heat stroke.
Yeah, Dunn says a change in routine is the most common risk factor for child hot car deaths. Think of that parent that normally doesn't take the children to daycare and to school. Parents are reminded to stop, look, lock, to avoid these tragic preventable deaths. Florida has had at least 117 child hot car deaths since 1990.
Wow.
And, next week they're saying we're going to be highs in the mid-90s. By Mother's Day, right around, I think it's May 15th, we could be looking at near 100 degrees.
Damn. I know across the world it is bad. I just read a story about Bangladesh where they have temperatures in the 114 range, in the 40s Celsius. And they called off school in some areas.
Yeah, didn't you say that?
Yeah, because the temperatures in the school are the 108 degrees in those areas. So 30 million people not going to school because of the heat.
Oh, come on, get in there and start learning.
All right, speaking of roads and stuff that just breaks your heart, a controversial toll road project in Central Florida is one step closer to becoming reality. State wildlife officials voted earlier today to lift protections. For the Split Oak Forest and Orange and Osceola counties, this is going to allow the Central Florida Expressway Authority to build a 9-mile route that cuts through the nature preserve. In exchange, the authority says it will use more than $40 million for restoration efforts, improvement to forest amenities, and to buy additional conservation lands that then they can just go back and say, hey, remember when we said this was conservation land?
That's the lottery for the schools thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, something.
What did you mean by that hand simulation you were doing during that story?
Yeah. Let's go forward, Jack.
Yeah, that not any one of them that's a state wildlife official should ever get that ever again in their life.
She was pumping up her water gun. Everybody does it that way.
All right, a Seminole County business, Jimmy, you had mentioned this Monday during Woke News, could face consequences after a shooting. 10 people were shot over the weekend at a private party at Cabana Live on Caraway Place. Turns out Cabana Live is subleasing that space from Marinas LLC, and their landlord is the Seminole County Port Authority. Well, the Port Authority announced yesterday, it sent a letter to Marinas LLC that, you're violating your lease and you've got 45 days to come into compliance or be evicted. Port Authority Chairman Matthew Criswell says Cabana Live's parties have led to fights, shootings, and other illegal activities that violate state law, namely the fact that, the party Sunday night was called a Don't Leave Sober party, and yet a 16-year-old with a gun was there.
Yeah.
He
That's
cites
on so many levels.
Watertight security.
Okay, so how many times has the sheriff's office been called to Cabana Live in the last 13 months?
Well, you figure it's a party place. Once a month, that would seem. I'll go, so that's 24. You said 18 months?
13 months.
13 months. So I'll go 13. So I'll go two times a month. I'll go 26.
26. Jack?
Ooh, 27.
How about 85?
Oh, nice. Damn.
Nailed it. In the lead.
What Jack doesn't understand, Jack likes these little wins, right? I'm trying to hit it dead on.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm all about. I'm about hitting it dead on.
Yeah,
I don't care about these losses. I'm looking for I can't say that.
You can say you're looking for dongs.
Tell us what you're looking for.
Come on now.
Come on, buddy.
For
Come on now.
dogs and all the wrong. Go ahead.
All right, growing meat in a lab will soon be a crime here in Florida.
What?
During a visit to Hardee County, Governor Ron DeSantis, let me get through this, signed a measure banning the manufacture, sale, and distribution of cultivated meat. DeSantis says Florida is fighting back against what he called the, quote, global elite's plan to force the world to eat meat grown in a petri dish or bugs to achieve their authoritarian goals, end quote. The ban is part of a larger legislative package that also prohibits local cities and counties from regulating electric vehicle charging stations in Florida. The law takes effect July 1st. And go, Jimmy.
I've come to the conclusion that my life is very boring. They like if I'm bored. It's just very boring. I would never sit around and go, you know what's really a big threat to this state? Fake meat that nobody buys. Nobody buys it.
It's not even developed yet.
You can't even buy it. It's so expensive. Even if you could buy it, nobody would buy it. It's not even a thing. Oh, God.
Well, listen, real quick, while you're ruminating on that, did you guys hear that Tesla has fired its entire electric vehicle charging team?
Yeah, that's a no-joke scenario right there, kids, because let me tell you what, they just made a commitment to that, and dude flips immediately. Nobody knew this was coming either.
No, employees confirmed the layoffs in social media posts. Now, the news, as Jimmy is saying, raises some big concerns about the future of one of the largest charging networks in the entire United States. Think about it. Tesla's supercharger network has been a key selling point for its electric vehicles, as a lack of charging ports have been a large barrier to widespread EV adoption. Jimmy, you talked about the 17-hour road trip.
Yeah.
You know, because so much of it was involved in finding a place to charge your car.
And we're about to do another one. We're not real learners, but we're going to do another one here soon.
In the E vehicle?
In the EV, and
Why?
here's why.
Why?
Because this one goes up 95, and the access to charging on 95 is a joke. It's like every third of a mile there's a big charging station. But we also have now access. We'll have access to the Tesla charging units.
If it's still running by then.
It will be, because here's the thing. One of the concepts with this is that people believe that there's a possibility that he could sell this entire thing. Like he could sell the entire infrastructure of this to a number of people or to a conglomerate of users. Now, they just got approval, Ford, Chevy, a number of others, after turning it down initially to get access to those charging stations, because then they realized what a massive undertaking it is to create a network of charging stations like that. Well, Elon did it way before everybody. So this is really why this is kind of a throw up. And by the way, he's saying now that the focus of the company isn't even on cars. Like the focus of the company is on battery storage, AI, and robotics.
See, I with the stock down, I was thinking, wow, you believe Tesla's going to be wild because people love the cars.
Yeah.
So you figure it's safe, and I'm like, oh, it might be a good stock. You even said that on the air yesterday.
It was it projected it's going to be up 218% in the next year. And that also could be just because of satellite carrying, buddy, because you got to remember, he's in that business now, right?
Yeah.
So if any country or this country wants something in orbit, they're not doing it themselves anymore. They hire this guy, I guess.
Oh, got to buy some stock. I'll be right back.
Not that bad.
West Palm Beach police are looking for a bird napper. Police spokesman Mike Jackal says 8-year-old Catherine, a lorikeet, was stolen from her habitat at the Palm Beach Zoo.
What kind of...
it's unfortunate that this bird brain took the bird.
Oh, God.
It's believed the small and colorful parrot was taken from the zoo's lorikeet loft. They're really sweet, cute little birds. Where visitors walk through and feed the birds, the zoo searched everywhere, even checked to ensure there were no holes in the aviary. The bird didn't die, wasn't hiding. They didn't find any. Police are watching surveillance video to catch the crook. By the way, it is a third-degree felony to steal an animal from a zoo here in Florida.
Is it really?
It is.
Wow.
But don't worry about it. Just go to Dave & Buster's, because they're going to allow customers to bet on arcade games. Yes.
This is the greatest thing ever, by the way.
On arcade games.
Yes, adults 18 and older who are loyalty members of the arcade will be able to place a $5 wager on a Hot Shots basketball game, skee ball competition, or other arcade games. The new technology from the gamification software company Lucra should be available in the coming months. This comes as there's been a major boom. I don't know if you've noticed in sports betting across the U.S.
Yeah, I see it just ticked up a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. There's nothing going to be better in the world than going into Dave & Buster's and seeing a bunch of thugs around a skee ball machine rolling $1,000 shots. That's going to be the best thing ever.
Ever.
And nothing makes it more family than that. Yeah, it's going to be great.
And now you are officially woke.
All right, thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Money, by the way, is your 3 o'clock keyword. Go to realradio.fm. Send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec, I'm going to tell you something here that could really be detrimental to your health, and I may have a problem.
Real Radio is Real Music Weekends. Music Weekends this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Ian Cassette with your Central Florida forecast. An isolated rain chance continues here through the early evening hours, but will be quiet overnight and mild with low around 69 degrees. For Thursday, another chance of some sea breeze afternoon showers and storms, but lower rain chances with a high of 89 degrees. We continue to see warm weather through the weekend with mostly dry conditions expected. Into next week, our temperatures rise, getting back into the 90s by midweek. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Ian Cassette.
This report is sponsored by J. David Tax Law.
If you owe the IRS and can't pay, now is the time to call J. David Tax Law. After a 2-year hiatus, the IRS has resumed their aggressive collections letters. Don't wait. Call J. David Tax Law or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com.
Tools Ace Hardware carries the best brands and grills: Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, Napoleon. They have them all. Plus, they have pizza ovens from Uni and Gosney as well. And you want to make sure everyone has a nice place to sit. You can do that with outdoor furniture from Polywood. This stuff is beautiful, indestructible, will not fade in the Florida sun. These guys also have technicians and specializing in grills for any repair or warranty issues. Plus, you could get free assembly and local delivery on any backyard purchase, $3.99 and up. It's Tools Ace Hardware, 13 convenient locations in Central Florida, and that includes that brand new store in Hamlin. Or you can just shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or delivery. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
This Military Appreciation Month, Navy Federal Credit Union wants to celebrate our members who go above and beyond every single day. That's why we thought you might want to hear some special thank you messages from your friends and family.
I want to give a shout out to my brother AZ1 Archie Castillo.
Hi, I want to give a shout out to my friend Colin, who's currently serving in the Army. Thanks for all you do. Happy Military Appreciation Month.
And from all of us here, happy Military Appreciation Month. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank and Celtic Bank, members of FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you the decision maker in your company? Consider this. For the first time in decades, there's a better option for a corporate card and spend management platform. Meet Ramp, the only corporate card and spend management system designed to help you spend less money so you can make more. Most corporate credit cards offer points as incentives, but those points amount to less than their worth in real cash value. Ramp's business cards offer you cash back, real money in your pocket. Plus, you control who spends what with each vendor. And Ramp's software collects and verifies receipts automatically, which means you'll stop wasteful spending and close your books in hours instead of days. Businesses that use Ramp add up to 5% to their bottom line the first year. If you're a decision maker, adding Ramp could be one of the best decisions you've ever made. And now get $250 when you join Ramp for free. Just go to ramp.com/free. Ramp.com/free. RAMP.com/free.
Stock him with a shot! Oh, what a goal! Orlando City is back at home this Saturday, May 4th at 7:30 p.m. as your Lions take on FC Cincinnati. Join us at Inter & Co Stadium for Star Wars Night, complete with costume characters, themed merchandise, and more. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com or tune in on Real Radio 104.1 and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. Don't forget to tune in an hour before the match at 6:30 p.m. to catch Kickoff -60 airing exclusively on the Lion Nation app.
In this week's Marketers Report, Chris Brandt, Chief Marketing Officer at Chipotle Mexican Grill, weighs in on the power of audio, specifically audio influencers.
Audio has been a key component for us. Our consumer is omni-channel, so we need to be omni-channel. We've used audio to reinforce what we're showing on TV, what we're showing in other digital channels. When your priority is driving reach, boy, everybody seems to listen to the radio. I think using the audio influencers has been a huge component for us. Working with iHeart, we were able to really tease out the audio influencers in key markets that were authentic Chipotle fans. And because it's authentic and because they're seen as trusted friends by the customers and the listeners, it's really been an effective strategy.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local, every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Hey guys, don't be that dad without life insurance. When thanks to Ethos, you can be that great dad with life insurance to help keep his family living exactly like they do now, secure and protected in the event of the unexpected. With a fast and easy online experience, some policies as low as $1 a day and up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam, just a few health questions. Ethos makes getting life insurance protection hassle-free. E for easy, E for Ethos at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Hey everybody, it's Savannah and Hoda from the Today Show.
From the simplest ways to save money to incredible hacks you never knew existed. Just remember,
See it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning on NBC.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
The Jim Colbert Show, streaming live on YouTube. Watch us talk.
I don't see nothing wrong with Jimmy only wanting dong. Said I know what Jimmy wants.
Sing it.
And I know what Jimmy needs, yeah. So, Jack, why don't you give him the dong?
Wasn't that funny, buddy?
Oh, yeah, it was.
No.
It's hilarious.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate that. If you want to check us out on YouTube, you can do that. It'll be kind of cool because we do have guests in today. We have Scott Maxwell a little bit later, but here in just a few minutes, we're going to have Animal House. Daisy Fiore will be here from the Audubon Center for Birds of Prey. She's going to have a friend with her.
Named Sanford.
Sanford the owl. And I love owls, one of my favorite animals, along with the octopus.
Big Hooter fan, are you?
Yeah, big fan of the hoots. So we'll have her in just a few minutes. You can check that out on our YouTube channel. Go to JimColbertLive.com, click right through to it, and while you're there, give us a like and subscribe while you're checking it out.
Please.
Welcome back. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
All right, so this was in UPI today. I try to source this stuff so people can read the entire thing as I glance through it.
And that would be United Press International?
Yeah, it's it.
Yeah.
Exactly at UPI, United Press International. And here's what they're saying, guys. When it comes to your health, and of course we learn more about our health every single day, it says this thing right here could raise long-term risks for heart disease. This particular thing right here.
Vaping.
And no, not vaping. And I think maybe I'd need maybe some intervention here.
Alcohol.
Oh,
No.
God, anger.
It is anger, baby.
Oh, God.
Sweet.
Sorry.
Sweet.
4 hours.
Sweet, delicious anger is
That
what it
looks
is, Jack.
Genuinely concerned.
Feeling angry constricts blood vessels in unhealthy ways and could raise a person's long-term odds for heart disease. That's what a new research warns.
Yeah.
If you're a person that gets angry all the time, you're having chronic injuries to your blood vessels, they say. This is, by the way, this is a cardiologist at Columbia University who's on leave right now. They conducted experiments where the activity of blood vessels was monitored while people were getting angry, and it turns out that it's bad. Because what happens is you're constantly opening and closing those vessels.
Not to mention flooding your body with cortisol and adrenaline and all those other hormones that are supposed to be left for fight or flight.
That's right. It says we've long suspected, based on observational studies, that anger can negatively affect the heart. And they did this with a bunch of different people. This wasn't like this was the average was 26 years old all the way up to 74 years old.
Help me.
And it says they were monitored for blood vessel changes in their dominant arms, then asked to engage in very personal 8-minute talks or readings that elicited various emotional states: anger, sadness, anxiety, and no heightened emotion at all. They were found that dilations were inhibited when folks were angry. In other words, your blood doesn't flow as well when you're pissed off. It's that simple. And they said that impaired dilation is often a precursor to a dangerous buildup of fat on artery walls. So basically, if your blood isn't flowing, if you're pissed off, your vessels are constricting, that gives it more time to deposit fat on the inside of your artery walls. It could cause long-term problems down the road. That's what they say is happening.
Yeah, we'll just replace the word you with me.
And it asks, though, can positive emotional states like joy or laughter counter the ill effects of the heart? And it says they do not know that quite yet. They are studying that as well.
He said stuttering.
Stuttering,
He stuttered on stuttering.
Exercise, yoga, deep breathing, and cognitive behavioral therapy are all potential pathways to a less rage-filled life. Let me ask you, we can put this up for the question of the day.
Go ahead. I was trying to kind of come up with a how often do you get angry question.
Yeah. I mean, let's verify the anger there. So screaming. What level is that? Like, if we're doing anger 1 to 5,
that's up there.
If you get so mad you're screaming, do we want to call that a 5?
Yes.
Or or does physical contact?
Oh,
that's a 6 on a scale of 1 to 5.
So what the hell is a 10 for you?
No,
I'm just
the
using
scale goes to 5.
I'm just using the 1 to 5 scale.
Oh, okay.
And physical contact is a 6.
Oh, sorry, I was going to 10.
That's terrifying. She goes, "You're swinging on people at 5, dude."
I got to at least get to 7 on that.
Oh my God Almighty. So what do you think? Screaming? What are levels of anger? Like irritated, perturbed?
Irritated would be number 1.
Yeah, talking to yourself.
Number 2.
Yeah, where's number 3?
I don't know if that's number 2. You got to be pretty mad. You son of a.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
I think talking to yourself maybe in the 3 world.
3 world?
I think 5 is when you're screaming. Like
Yeah.
road rage, when you're screaming out loud inside your car.
It's for making noises that are not words.
No, 5 is when you start breaking stuff.
Yeah. Oh, really? So 5 is like something has to pay.
Something has to pay. Something has to pay.
4 is screaming, 5 is breaking. Yeah, I agree with that. Throwing something.
Yes.
Like you get so mad you throw the remote at the TV or something.
Oh my
Or you
gosh.
just continue opening up that cabinet door and slam it shut and open and slam it shut until it falls off.
Jack, don't even sit there on your throne and tell me you haven't gotten almost angry enough to throw something during a Yankees loss. Please, God, don't try to make anybody believe that. Thank you.
To almost throw something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
Almost
there.
throw something.
Exactly.
Try meditation, yoga.
I can't.
Think you guys need help?
I'm so impatient. Here's the horrible irony. I would get mad at the yoga.
Yeah, we know. We went to goat yoga.
I'm angry about thinking about yoga. So that's not going to work.
That's why I think really, truly the best medicine is laughter. Because they say laughter is so good for your heart. It's so good for your lungs.
It's good for everything.
Because, the more you're laughing, the more deeply you're breathing. You're getting an oxygen in places that you weren't planning. So, or you don't normally because the way we don't breathe properly, really.
How often do you guys get to even number 3 on this scale, this imaginary scale we've made up? How often do you guys get there? Now, Deborah, you drive, and I know you get mad when you drive. So you and I are more like than Jack. Jack is the calmest of the 3 of us.
I don't think so.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, really?
He has kids. I forgot.
Yeah. No, I get it.
And he's a manager.
When's the last time you screamed at somebody?
At somebody?
At somebody. When's the last time you pointed your anger and screamed at somebody?
Where they could hear it?
Yeah. Mine was an hour ago.
I don't recall.
Don't recall. Deb, when's the last time you got so angry you screamed at someone?
That was probably yesterday in traffic.
Yeah, right.
Well, it depends. If you ask my kids,
Yeah.
then apparently...
But their idea of screaming is subjective. And trust me, it's way different than it was like even 10 years ago, what they consider screaming.
That's
Little
right.
babies.
Sometimes I'm just
Jesus.
simply trying to be clear and make a point. That's yelling.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
no,
yelling.
that's
Stop
being...
yelling.
Yeah, no, that is not yelling.
Thank you.
That is not yelling.
Vindicated.
Yelling was when you could see the veins in your parent's neck. That was yelling.
Listen, let me
or
tell
the
you what.
one in the forehead.
What were you thinking?
Exactly.
That was not the indicator for me. Well, that was my parents blowing it off so they didn't take it out on me. The bad news was the no sound. When my dad came home and did not make any sound except for that sound of that belt clearing.
Clearing the loops.
Except for the sound of that belt ripping through the loops, I knew, my man, it was what they call on like Donkey Kong. That's an ass whipping I was going to get chased to get.
Oh,
My dad was going to be by one arm and whip me in a circle. Oh, I've had so many
Good times.
I've had so many
Good times.
round ass whoopings.
Oh, you know what the worst is?
Oh, God.
Do you know what the worst is? Getting kicked in the ass with pointed cowboy boots.
God almighty.
Ouch.
God, my dad was a savage, but he wasn't an abusive ass.
All right, well.
Okay. That's how they do it in Wisconsin.
Why do you think I'm hard AF?
All right, 407-916-1041. Animal House next here on the Jim Colbert Show. Stay tuned.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills
From the
Air.
Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. Goldsmithjewelry.com.
Still looking at delays in the usual spots on I-4 this afternoon for those traveling in the Orlando area this afternoon. Traffic is especially heavy between US 27 and the 429 and between the Beach Line and 535. No major delays to report for those traveling north or southbound on Florida's Turnpike today. If you see traffic problems, just make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by the NWSL at nwslsoccer.com/watch.
The time is now. Don't miss a second of NWSL action. Shoots! Scores! Every club, every goal. Find every game at nwslsoccer.com/watch.
Join the Monsters in the morning for a live broadcast and a chance to make a difference and help us raise funds for UBIC Food Pantry. Friday, May 3rd at San Jose's original Mexican restaurant in Altamont Springs. Reinvent your tradition. Join Russ, Angel, and Ryan along with Amber Nova, Angelique, Daisy Del Toro, Sabrina, and Savannah for a May 3rd Cinco de Mayo celebration. Yeah, we know Cinco means 5, but they're not coming in on Sunday. Donate money and have one of our Monster girls give you a tequila slap shot, or donate a lot of money to watch Russ Rollins get slapped. What's that, Venmo? Enjoy a Monster margarita and join us for an epic Slapo de Mayo, Cinco de Mayo celebration. Friday, May 3rd at San Jose's original Mexican restaurant in Altamont Springs. Get more info at realradio.fm/slap.
Let me tell you a story. I had a client who got injured. He only asked for the insurance company to cover his rent for 3 months. They said no. We ended up getting him $325,000. Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys. Prospective client may not obtain the same or similar results.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people. Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage. Navage. Breathe easy.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life. In Office Orlando.
See the Guests, featuring songstress Lucy Woodward and creative pianist Henry Hay as they perform classics and originals in Dr. Phelps Center's newest and most intimate music room, Judson's Live, on May 2nd through the 4th. Eat, drink, and discover new artists across all genres in this stylish space inspired by the world's most legendary listening rooms. Order from a menu of unrivaled cocktails and shareable plates while you're here. Get your tickets now to see the Guests May 2nd through 4th in Judson's Live at drphillipscenter.org.
Let's watch TV. What do you want to watch? Big Bang. It's one of my all-time favorites.
It's Big May on CW18.
Every night at 7 o'clock.
Bang, bang. And it doesn't get any bigger than the Big Bang.
Sounds like a party. Did someone say party? Party's my middle name.
Let the good times roll.
Are you having fun?
Oh, yeah, this is it.
The Big Bang Theory. Weeknights at 7, 7:30, and 11. Part of Big May on CW18.
Still funny.
From sunrise to sunset, West 2 News on CW18 has you covered. Mornings from 7 to 10, start your day with Central Florida's most accurate forecast from First Warning meteorologist Kellyanne Klass.
You'll always have a clear view of what's ahead.
Then tonight at 10, get caught up and know what's happening now with Stuart, Michelle, Tony, and Darren.
It's all in a day's work, and our work never stops.
AM or PM, West 2 News on CW18 has you covered.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, A dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
At International Diamond Center, we're all about family, and no one plays a more important role in the life of any family than Mom. She's the rock, the hero, the one that holds it all together. So we invite you to help us celebrate the mothers in our lives with the perfect Mother's Day gift and a little something extra. We've put together a special collection of jewelry just for Mom. We've set aside these carefully selected items so there's no guesswork. You can stop in, shop with ease, and get Mom a timeless gift she's sure to love. And to make it really special, with any purchase of $249 or more, we'll give you a $50 spa gift card so she can use it to treat herself to a day of pampering and relaxation. So come join us at IDC. Help us say a big thank you to the mothers in our lives with a gorgeous bracelet, maybe a pair of diamond earrings, a colored gemstone ring, or a piece from our Perfect Love collection. Buy the jewelry and we'll throw in the $50 spa treat at no charge. Happy Mother's Day from International Diamond Center. Get showroom directions, store hours, and more now at shopidc.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Oh, God. So you're telling me that I've ruined my health for a bit on the show? Oh, son of a bitch!
He's so angry, that guy. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Your 4 o'clock keyword is bank, B-A-N-K. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000, guys. And we're on one. A winner last night at 6, a winner this morning with the Monsters at 10.
Lori and Carrie.
Time to get that money, guys. Bank is your 4 o'clock keyword. Remember, if you're playing the game, keep your phone on, keep it near you, and answer it when it rings. That's how they tell you you've won. You can't ignore any of those calls now. Bank. That'll do it. Welcome back. I am Jim. There's Jack.
Hi.
And Deb has Animal House.
She likes them fuzzy, furry, feathery, tough, and scaly. It's time for Animal House with Deborah Roberts.
And Animal House is generously brought to you each and every week by personal injury attorney Glenn Klausman from Klausman Law. We'll tell you how you can get in touch with that teddy bear of a man at the end of Animal House. But right now, please join me in welcoming back one of our favorites, Daisy Fiore and her friend Sanford from the Audubon Center for Birds of Prey.
Yay!
Oh, thanks for having us.
What's up, superstar?
Sanford.
How you doing?
We're good. This is Sanford. He's an eastern screech owl.
By the way, you have to go to our YouTube channel. You gotta. Nobody does this like Daisy. She's an absolute monster. She loves coming here, and I love owls as much as I don't know what happened to me, Daisy. I fell in love with owls. Why is that?
It's really easy to do. I mean, they're very strange little creatures. They're big, they're small, they got the head spinning, they got the big eyes. Owls also have offset ears, so one ear sits higher than the other, and that helps them hear. But in order to hear really well, they do something we call triangulating. But what that means is they bob their heads.
Oh, really?
And they do this little
is that
dance.
why they're doing
Yeah,
that?
that's why they do that.
They do that.
I swear this is what I thought when they were doing. I thought they were focusing like their eyesight, like they were trying to get or trying to figure out if something was what they thought it was. That's what I thought they were doing.
Yeah, it's actually for hearing, but it makes it look like they're constantly doing a little dance.
It does.
And I think it's hilarious.
They look so affable.
They do.
Can I ask you, in the animal kingdom, are they known as like a happy animal?
No.
that is a
Quite
stupid
the
question.
opposite,
No, it's
actually.
not.
But you look at dolphins and elephants, they look like happy animals, do they not? Their demeanor looks fun.
You know, I know a little less about
I know, but what
dolphins, but elephants are kind of happy. Dolphins are definitely not. Owls are definitely grumpy.
Yeah, they are.
I think every owl I've ever met is grumpy.
Maybe I found out why I like them so much.
So it's the grumpy old wise man.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Well, wise.
Yeah, I agree. I concur. Now,
See mouse, eat mouse hole.
so our friend's name is?
His name is Sanford, just like the city. That's where he was found. When he was just a couple weeks old, he was about the size of a golf ball, white and fluffy, very, very cute. And he fell out of his nest and broke his wing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's why he came to us. And he did not recover enough flight to go back to the wild. So he has lived with us. He just celebrated his 13th birthday.
Oh, he's a teenager.
He's a teenager.
Now, where does that fall in the life expectancy of a screech owl?
About 3 times past the wildlife expectancy.
Oh, really?
Wildlife expectancy is about 3 or 4 years.
Wow, really?
Yes, they have lots of predators.
Yeah. So, but in captivity, they could. I mean, apparently, 13 years. No problem. I mean, is there a date? I mean, is there a time? I mean, like, is there a year? Like in captivity, do they go to 20, 25?
I've known one who lived to 19. I haven't known any past that.
Yeah.
But Sanford could have a good few years. He's a very healthy little guy.
Yeah.
So when you say they have a lot of predators, that includes even other owls, right?
Other owls. That's the main one. Yeah.
Really? That's their main predator?
Every owl eats the owls smaller than them.
Really? So the horned owls will eat the barred owls, will eat the screech owls?
Yeah, not a happy species.
That's terrible.
I mean,
That's not frolicking the surf, is it?
No, it's not.
No, they're definitely not all, cuddling together out there for sure.
Wow.
But so he's an insect eater, maybe small snake, stuff like that?
Yeah, a lot of insects. Their favorite food out in Florida is palmetto bugs.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you want them in your yard.
Yeah, Jimmy, did you hear that?
Yeah.
You need to have a nest of owls.
I would have them in 5 seconds if they let me have them. I love them.
Yeah. You can get these in your yard. You're not going to have a bug problem. Small rodents, lizards, frogs, that kind of thing.
Let me ask you, I just moved to another place, and this place that I moved to now has property, like 4.5 acres. We moved from a place that has property, but most of that was wooded. Only a small portion of it where the house was clear. This property is clear, like almost all of it's clear. Now, there are trees and stuff, but it's not like scrub. Is there anything I can do to promote an owl population on my property?
You can put up nest boxes. Yeah, definitely. So you can put up nest boxes for screech owls and for barred owls. But the most important thing you can do is make sure you're not poisoning their food source. So don't use pesticide, don't use rodenticide, because that will kill off your owl population.
Right, so you're trying to kill the mice, and as the mice eat the poison, the owls eat the mice and in turn get the poison?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Isn't that where you get a lot of your owls that are rescued because they've done just that? They've eaten rodents?
Yes.
That have ingested poison.
And unfortunately, during baby season, which is now, we get a lot of parents who have fed that easy prey to their nestlings.
Oh, man.
So we get nestlings that have ingested that, which is so sad.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to clean, to get it out of the body, right?
Almost impossible.
Yeah. Wow.
Almost impossible.
And you said that you have right now, you guys have a lot of babies because, for any given reason, or?
Jim, babies be falling out of trees here.
Really?
I mean,
Really?
oh my gosh.
Raining babies.
It's raining babies out there. and that's just every nesting season. This is our busy season. They wiggle out of the nest. Their siblings knock them out of the nest. We have a baby osprey right now whose mom kicked him out of the nest on accident.
Wow.
And a boater saw it and brought him in. He was like,
Really?
the mom kicked it out of the nest? Oh, good. Love that. People trim their trees. Babies are raining down out of the nest.
I was
That's just
wondering
baby
about
season.
that. So do tree trimmers, do they look for nests or?
They don't, no. And then, it's raining babies out of those trees. And they're like, oopsie.
Yeah.
And then they all come to us.
Yeah. And they do call you, though, at least, right?
We get calls. I hope they all call us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys get one, like any species more than the other? Or is there a species that finds themselves in need of your services more than any other?
I mean, we get the most barred owls and red-shouldered hawks, but that's because they're the most abundant. We had so many eagles this year.
Really?
So many eagles. Oh my
Why?
gosh.
Now, again, is there a specific reason why you guys have so many eagles?
I mean, eagles are pretty vicious with sibling rivalry, so they really like to kick their siblings out of the nest.
Really?
Yeah. And they nest so high that
Right.
they tend to get injured when they fall.
Yeah. They're really far up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're pretty good size when they get kicked out, right? So I mean, they got some some falling
to
action.
'em.
Yeah. The eagles grow a foot a month. So we will get eagles that are already 3 feet tall,
3
but they're
feet?
babies. Yes.
3 feet.
But they're still
A
considered
bird that's
babies.
that tall.
Yeah.
And it's still a baby
And
bird.
it's still a baby. So you still got to hand feed it, and it's crying in there like a baby. And you're like, my gosh.
Yeah.
Biggest
Grow
baby
up.
with the biggest talons I've ever seen.
Wow. It's got to be, you got to be kind of hardened to what happens in baby season because you get so many, right? And when it comes to the rodenticide, I mean,
No, I cry every time.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. We try to save as many as we can. And next Saturday we have an event, Baby Owl Shower, and that's how you can help. That's how everyone can help us save babies. That event is a fundraiser. It's a supply drive. It is free with an item from our wish list. So May 11th, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And, the more stuff we get, the more babies we can take in.
Yeah. That's it next Saturday, I assume?
Next Saturday, May 11th. The day before Mother's Day, so it's a great family, activity. Bring mom. But, the more stuff we have, the more gloves and gauze and bandages, the more babies we can take in. We don't ever want to have to say no. We don't want to have to hit capacity. So, the more funds we have, it's directly related to how many birds we can save. And especially during baby season, I mean, we don't want to turn away a baby bird.
No.
Because they have no chance without us. Sometimes adult birds can muddle through, but a little nestling out of the nest, that needs to come to us.
Now, if a bird comes to you, are they with you forever, or do you guys rehab and release as well, if possible?
Rehab and release is the goal. And with babies, we're really successful at this. It's our most successful time of year.
Damn, that's great.
Yeah. Babies, I mean, we have all kinds of procedures to make sure we don't accidentally imprint them. And they go back to the wild like crazy. We are releasing eagles 2 at a time right now.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Do you guys open that up for the public to see? Like, is there a thing, like a service where people can go and watch you do that? I mean, that would be kind of fascinating for people, I believe, if you guys started that and like let people know where and when you do that.
Well, most of our patients have to be kept away from the public, but at Baby Owl Shower, we're having a raffle, and you are going to get the chance to bid on some really amazing items like behind-the-scenes tours, going on an eagle release, getting to see our clinic, getting to go to raptor training sessions. So if you want to see that kind of cool stuff, this is your opportunity for sure.
And you mentioned the wish list. Do I see that at your website?
Yeah, it's on our website. We have an Amazon wish list, so if you want to be like me, like really lazy, you can just have it sent directly to us and then just like show us on your phone, like, oh, I bought you this. Just come right in.
And what is the website again so people know where they can see the wish list? So if they decide to come out next Saturday, they can bring something.
It's cbop.audubon.org.
cbop.audubon.org.
That's
Jim
right.
Possible.
Yeah.
He did it.
Yeah.
And
CBOP.
Sanford will be there for photo opportunities. Last year, he had a longer line than Cinderella.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And a little tuxedo he's wearing.
He's awfully cute. Look at that.
He's adorable.
He is adorable. And you said he's the boyfriend of the other owl that you've usually brought in with you, Billie Owlish.
He is. Yes, he is. It's a little weird. He helped raise her as a baby.
Okay, that's odd. So it's very
it's
very Woody
it's
Allen-ish.
a little bit grooming there, but he chose her from a young age and then just like stayed with it, just really into it. Look at him.
The music that you're hearing is what makes Jack such a horrible human being. I just need you to know that.
Daisy
Owl
likes
love.
Owl love.
Are they breeding programs?
We don't have any breeding programs at our facility, but there's lots of like zoos and aquariums and stuff that do.
Now, I mean, do you guys even provide the opportunity for that to happen, or do you actually specifically keep them away from each other for the possibility of that happening? And I'm being honest here because I don't know if there are regulations on that. I don't know.
There are regulations on that. Yeah, you have to have permits to breed. Truthfully here, most of our birds, well, all of our birds are with us because they're injured in some way, and that's why they can't go back to the wild. The way birds reproduce is a little more complicated than humans.
Okay.
And a bird, for instance, Sanford, with an injured wing cannot balance properly to reproduce.
So it's
because he's got to stand on her back and do his thing.
Way different than meeting at a truck stop.
Yes. So we don't currently have any birds that would even be capable of reproducing.
Yeah.
Any like pairs, you know.
He's got that give me a shot look in his face right now.
Yeah, he's like, I'll try it. Don't tell him that. He thinks he's a stud.
He is a stud. Look at him. He's a player. His eyebrows alone are badass.
He's like, what? He thinks he has lots of babies because he likes to take care of the orphan babies that come in the clinic. He probably thinks those are his. He's like, I'm the most successful owl ever.
See if he likes his girlfriend's music again. He's loving it.
Yeah.
He's like, that's my hoe. I can hear her. Hey, Daisy, as always, we can't thank you enough for coming in.
I can't thank you guys enough for having me.
You're the absolute best.
That is awesome. And I did want to mention, because this is one of your partners, right? The Central Florida Zoo. Sunset at the Zoo is back this month. May 24th is their first one from 5 p.m. to sunset. Good time to see the animals when it's in the 90s. The zoo for a celebration of culture and community. This one's going to be the Asian American and Pacific Islander. So there's going to be some hula dancing going on as well. There's going to be music. There's going to be food trucks, family activities. How much are the tickets, guys?
$10, $15, $20.
$104.
Think Jack.
Free.
$6.
Oh, $6. Nice
$6 to go see Sunset at the Zoo. I'm going to be posting the Animal House segment right now so you can get a hold of the wish list for Daisy and Sanford and all of the other birds at the Audubon Center for Birds of Prey.
And don't forget cbop.audubon.org. That's the website where you can go check out the wish list and then bring something next Saturday for this big event they have at the Audubon Center.
Yeah, the Baby Owl Shower. And as always, Animal House is brought to you by Glenn Clausman over at Clausman Law. Have you been in any kind of an accident, car, truck, or motorcycle, even a slip and fall? Here's why you need to call Glenn. First, he's going to pick up your call and personally handle your case. He's going to give you his cell phone number and then pick it up when you call. Just a couple of reasons why year after year he is voted super lawyer and legal elite. He's also an animal lover and a true friend of the show. So if you've been in an accident, give him a call, 407-917-1718, or check him out online at clausmanlaw.com. That's KLAUSMANlaw.com.
Thanks, Deb. Should have called him Woody Owlin.
Oh,
Took that from the website. Great joke. Whoever wrote that, great joke. Daisy, it's always great seeing you. You are literally one of our favorites of all time, and we wish you the very best with your event next week, okay?
Oh, thank you. I'll see you all, Baby Owl Shower.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Don't forget, your 4 o'clock keyword is bank, B-A-N-K. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000. Back in just 1 sec with more of The Jim Colbert Show.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Real radio. It is.
Monsters in the morning.
My mom has the fattest cat you've ever seen, too. That didn't sound good.
Poor phrasing, I guess.
That was the worst phrasing I could have ever done for that.
The Monsters in the morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Looking at slow traffic on I-4 this afternoon in the Orlando area, both east and westbound on the interstate as you travel by the major attractions exits. Looking at stop-and-go traffic southbound on the Turnpike, where a disabled vehicle currently blocks the left lane between the Greenway exit and Osceola Parkway. A crash in Kissimmee with roadblock is causing stop-and-go traffic at Fortune Road at Bill Beck Boulevard. If you see other traffic problems, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Staples Toys. Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward, like banners, flyers, signs, and catalogs, some even same day. And now at Staples, save $50 on your print purchase of $150 or more. Offer N61. Visit staples.com/print for details. Staples, your local print and marketing expert.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
A picture is worth 1,000 words, but a video is priceless. I'm attorney Mo DeWitt, and we have access to every single traffic camera in the state of Florida. Injured on the go, just call Mo, Orlando's injury attorneys.
San Jose's original Mexican restaurant is now open in Altamonte Springs. Want delicious and authentic Mexican food prepared fresh to order? What about traditional Mexican tacos and a monster margarita or two? Find your nearest at sanjosesoriginal.com. Reinvent your tradition.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people, Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Breathe easy.
Sunshine came softly through my window today.
Florida truly is the Sunshine State, and it shows in everything we grow. When you shop, choose fresh from Florida.
'Cause I made my mind up, you're going to be mine. I tell you right now.
Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
It starts with heart, determination, and drive.
Orlando, it's the 2024 playoffs. Everybody in. Presented by Advent Health. Learn more at orlandomagic.com/playoffs.
Okay, this contract looks good to me. Let me just run it by my lawyer.
Everyone knows that having a good lawyer on hand can be a real game changer, which is why Legal Shield connects you to a vetted law firm in your state for a low monthly fee. Only Legal Shield has been providing this kind of legal peace of mind for over 50 years. Need an experienced set of eyes on that fine print? With Legal Shield, you can say,
Let me run it by my lawyer.
is the dealership giving you a hassle about warranty repairs?
I guess we'll have to talk to our lawyer.
And for that will you've been putting off, you can finally tell your family.
We're good. I had our lawyer take care of it.
Legal Shield isn't AI bots. It's a dedicated group of real lawyers who have your back, no matter what the future brings. All for around the price of those streaming services you don't watch anymore. Sign up at LegalShield.com/radio today. PPLSI does not provide legal representation or advice. See a plan for complete terms.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. New South makes windows that are both energy efficient and hurricane resistant. New South is the factory and eliminates the middleman. New South windows are made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers because we know Florida weather.
Going on now, save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Hey everybody, it's Savannah and Hoda from the Today Show. From the simplest ways to save money to incredible hacks you never knew existed. Just remember, see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning on NBC.
I had my first kid at 19, and this is going to sound strange, but the best advice I can give to other young dads is stay. I wanted to run away. I wanted to just keep living my own life, but I chose to be her dad, and now I'm glad I did. I can't imagine my life without my daughter, and I can't imagine making her grow up without a dad.
Dads, today may feel hard, but it's always the right choice to be a father first.
It's brand new, Season 2. I'm Marissa Thalberg.
And I'm Stephen Wolfadata, and we're excited to be back having bigger, bolder, and always real conversations.
Straight from the C-suite front lines of marketing, media, and more.
We have great friends joining from people you may know, like Wilmer Valderrama and Bobby Burke.
And people you'll want to know. So grab a coffee or, hey, even an Aperol Spritz and come join us on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart.
Open your free iHeart app today and search brand new.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
You want to leave a talk back? You can do that. Get the iHeartRadio app. Once you get it, go to Real Radio. Use that microphone to send it over to Jack. Make a comment. Got something on your mind? You heard something you heard me say something stupid? I don't mind. Just call me out. Leave a talk back. iHeartRadio app. Real Radio. Once you get it, send it to Jack. We'll play it. 4 o'clock keyword is bank. BANK. Go to realradio.fm. Send it away for your shot at $1,000. Welcome back. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. Hey. So, my son is staying with us for a short period of time. I think he actually has got a few more months as he finishes up school, as he reloads his life focus, you know?
Yeah.
Happens. And so we're living in this Airbnb, and until we actually close on our house today. And then
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. It's fun. It's fun until you get a phone call going, oh, by the way, the wire didn't go through yet. And you're like, oh, God. Oh, God. But no, I mean, we know it's fine because we did it at the bank. Like, we know it's good. But it's still horrifying. Either way, So we're in a 2-1 Airbnb, sharing this with our son. Now, because of his schedule and our schedules, we really don't cross paths in the important areas of the house very much. One of those important areas would be
kitchen
and
bathroom.
That a girl. There you go. Bathroom is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Now, I've never experienced this before. I know this happens, but I would like somebody to explain the draw here.
Wet towels on the floor?
Nope.
Doesn't put the seat down.
Nope.
Doesn't put the lid down.
No.
Gets out of the shower wet.
No.
Doesn't wipe down the shower.
It's something in the shower. I saw it this morning for the first time.
Oh, he doesn't take the hairball out of the drain.
No, he's not. I mean, he doesn't. He's not relinquishing that quite yet.
Right.
It almost has too much hair. It's annoying.
Yeah.
He leaves hair on the bar of soap.
No.
Leaves a bar of soap in the tub.
It's not really shower related. I saw his toothbrush and toothpaste in the shower this morning. And I found out that my son brushes his teeth in the shower.
Okay.
Yeah.
And?
Oh, no. Here comes the anger man. Jimmy, we just went over this. This is not good for your blood vessels.
He might die before 7.
You're depositing all kinds of fat in your arteries. Yeah, I mean,
I don't get it.
Okay.
Why are you brushing? Okay. This is
saving time.
This is me. Okay.
I'll bet you that's what your son will tell you.
How do you look in the mirror to see if you got everything that needs to be got?
Brushing your teeth?
Yeah, brushing your teeth when you brush your teeth in front of your sink. When you brush your teeth, you can smile, you can wrench, you can see if you got any stuff in there left. You can't do that in the shower. You brush it in there, and having your toothpaste in the shower and your toothbrush in the shower is gross. You know, I'm in there washing stuff off my body, and it's floating around in the steam that's in that shower. I'm washing my ass. I'm washing my bits.
But you're not using his toothbrush.
But it doesn't matter. That stuff is just caught up in the steam, and it's steaming up there in the shower, landing all of his... If you're worried about the toilet spray getting on your brush, how can you not be worried about the shower? I'm going to die. Listen
your
to me.
anger.
Listen, why? Why can't you just do it the way everybody... Just do it in front of the sink.
You don't
Why
need,
the shower?
Yeah, you spit. You're not making a mess at the sink. I get it.
Oh, no.
However,
I do too.
You don't need to see yourself brushing your teeth
Never
to be able
done
to
that.
brush your teeth effectively.
You don't look in the mirror after you rinse your mouth out to make sure you don't have any bits in your teeth?
Because I've already flossed.
Yeah,
so
I know,
no.
but still, there's some stuff can get caught in there.
Yeah.
Well, you have perfect
Now,
teeth.
I don't brush my teeth in the shower. I shave in the shower. But when you're doing that, they say when you brush your teeth, you should not be running the water because you're wasting water.
Right.
So in theory, you're wasting water by brushing your teeth in the shower.
Yeah, because you're waiting
the water's
there,
running
right, while you're
as
brushing.
you're doing this activity.
Yeah, because I do not run the water while I'm brushing my teeth. I get a little water on my... By the way, do you wet your toothbrush before you put the toothpaste on?
Every time.
Every time, do you?
No.
God, that's another game... That's another
She
room
likes
divider.
it dry and raw.
We knew a guy one time...
You stay over on your side of the room,
We
mister.
knew a guy one time that would gag the thought of putting water on your toothbrush before you put on the toothpaste would make him gag. The thought of it. He thought it was that disgusting. But yet my
You
son
people
is...
need a hobby.
My son is
Seriously, you need a
brushing
hobby, man.
his teeth, and then his toothbrush is just sitting there where the soap would usually go. Now he's got the part that you go in your mouth hanging over the edge, so nothing like gets on it. But you're in there washing your body, and all those oils and all that stuff that's coming off your body will come up in that steam.
No,
It's no different than getting poo-poo pee-pee water on it when it's sitting out there in the bathroom.
But that's my point. Is like, why? But you can put a cover over it when it's over. That's what we do. What do we do? What are the electric ones? What is it called? Sonic Airs. And the Sonic Airs have that hard plastic cover that you put over there for that reason. So none of the doo-doo water or the shower water gets in your toothbrush.
Not everybody has a bougie Sonic Air.
What?
Some people just an old-fashioned.
It's the number one toothbrush in America.
I'm just winding you up. This is so much fun. I think I just found a hobby.
Time out. You go to the dentist, right?
Yes.
You get your teeth cleaned, right?
Yes.
Do they not give you a toothbrush?
Yeah, they give me a toothbrush.
Oh, but you need to spend over $100 on a toothbrush when you have one for free?
My
Sorry,
wife got
pal.
this for me, and I'm not joking. This thing must be 10 years old. It is one of the best things we've ever bought in our life. I wish everything I spent $100 on lasts 10 years like this thing. You can't stop it from working.
See, I wouldn't want to brush my teeth in the shower because that's using warm water.
And that's another thing, too.
That's why I wouldn't. Yeah. I don't want to do warm
Do
water.
you guys know anybody that does that?
No.
And shaving in the shower is perfectly fine. I used to shave in the shower all the time.
But
and
you
then
can't see.
But it doesn't matter because I kind of know the outline of my I've just done it so many times.
Right.
I know the outline of my goatee, and you don't really. Well,
I shave my neck, right?
Yeah.
So I do that in the shower, very aggressively, very fast.
You're just trying to end it all, aren't you, Jack?
It was.
They can say it was an accident.
I'm praying for a slip.
Dull the blade, put me out of my misery.
It did get for a slip. It did get tricky when I had the sideburns and I was shaving in the shower with a blade on my face because they would, it was a kind of a guess,
right?
Like you can't
look, you
see
have one side. Look, you have one sideburn trying to crawl up into your hair.
Exactly. Yeah, they were racing and one was always in the lead.
I thought about trying sideburns one time, but
just don't do mutton chops.
Well,
I think Jim could do mutton chops.
Oh no! Seriously,
Here's
do you
the thing.
think?
Yes.
Sideburns with a beard, not a good look.
Could you do mutton chops?
Sideburns with a beard is like a road that ends and then turns into dirt.
Do mutton chops.
No, I'm not doing mutton
Do the
chops.
see ever coop.
Oh, yeah, I'm not doing that either.
Just
What's
like
that?
outline your chin with a beard.
He was the what was he for the government?
Surgeon General.
That's exactly right.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that weird.
Kind of like that Quaker Oat thing, kind of going.
Yeah, when I saw his toothbrush on the toothbrush, I was like, "What are you doing, man?"
You know what you should do is rub it somewhere and say you're not going to want to use that.
No, I can't do that. I did think about it. I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I didn't think about it. It's like right in the middle of him brushing his teeth. I'm like, buddy, listen, that thing has traveled.
It's great for scratching places you can't reach.
Yeah.
Did you ever think of that?
I got this one skin tag.
But you tell him
just
like
going blah, 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 with your toothbrush.
a month after you did.
Yeah.
So he's been using it for a month.
Well, he probably changes his more than I change mine. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't even talked to my wife about it. I was like, I just saw it today, but obviously she knows. I mean, she uses the same shower. She knows it's in there. She must not think it's all that weird. I just found it a little bit odd. And I know people do it. I just, for some reason, I didn't know if there was a reason why they chose other than the time thing. Because Jack's right. If you're in there brushing your teeth, the hot water's piling in.
I don't like that
you're supposed to brush your teeth for like 3 minutes, right? Isn't that the time?
2, I thought.
I thought it was 2 or 3. I think the timers on the Sonicaires have a 3-minute timer. So when you turn it on, you basically brush until it turns off by itself, and you know you've gone 3 minutes.
Wow.
And I know that because that's what I use for sex. So it's a
The
little
timer.
Joke. It's a little joke. Yeah.
I was thinking the Sonicare.
Hey,
I was like,
the back end.
Okay.
Back end work.
Ooh, good thought, Jack.
Yeah, because I'm
Good
telling you,
thought.
if you get that Sonicare in your mouth and you go in there a little too far and you get that thing hitting your teeth, it will rattle your eyes out. I am not joking. That thing will rattle your dentures out. It is not fun. And I've got a couple fakies, right? So when I get in the behind there, have you ever brushed behind your teeth?
Oh, yeah.
When you brush behind your teeth, if you have any appliances or anything like that in your mouth, and it gets back there, boy, it is sensitive, and it shakes back there, and it feels like your whole face is going to come apart.
Ow.
In a tickling kind of way.
Oh.
It's odd. Yeah, it is. All right. All right, 407 916 1041. Text us at 77031. And I don't think he uses our loofah, which is even weirder.
Oh, see,
yeah,
now
he uses
that
he just brushes right with, or not brushes. He just bathes right with a bar of soap. He's like Jack. He gets that cheap ass soap and he just bathes right. And see with me, because do you have chest hair, Jack? I don't even know.
I don't even know.
Do you have chest hair?
Yeah,
see if you have chest hair. When you bathe with your soap, do you use your chest hair like as a loofah and rub the bar on there to get a lot of lather going?
No, I use a loofah.
You use the loofah.
The scrunchy kind.
Yeah.
We talked about this last week.
I understand that.
But I'll use. I'll go ahead.
No.
he uses his pubic hair.
No. The bar soap, I will hit certain areas with the bar soap, but the scrubby for the rest, including my chest.
Yeah. You told me you're a shover.
Well, yeah,
with the bar soap, you're a shover.
More of a slider, like a credit card swipe.
Right. Jack's got some Irish Spring ass bow going.
Approved.
It'd be better if you swiped it and it said, "See the cashier."
Right, exactly.
Yeah, see cashier.
But see attendant. I'm like, the attendant does not want to see this.
No.
The attendant wants to just give me the gas and let us move right on. I've never swiped the soap.
You haven't?
Not like that.
From now on, I'm going to go approved.
Yeah. You're good.
Exactly.
Would you like the tip? 15%. There you
go. Would you like a receipt?
All right. 407-916-1041. Don't forget, tonight is Ross's third installment of Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. It's his podcast that'll appear tonight around 8 o'clock. I haven't talked to him in about 10 days or so. I actually meant to call him on the way to work today, but we got backed up in the house closing, so I wasn't able to do so.
He had a couple gigs last week. It was not at the Orlando City game. He'll be there this weekend doing the Orlando City thing, but he was at Porky's Comedy Club. I think that's in Kissimmee.
It is.
Yeah, I think he did Friday and Saturday night down there.
Yeah, very cool. I haven't got an update on how everything's going with all the stuff because he has a fringe show coming up also called 10 sketches.
Yes.
Also with Joel, his writing partner and friend of many, many years. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. And that's a ticket I think you probably want to get pretty quick, too, this year because I hear the buzz is already there. He told me he thought it was one of the funniest things he'd ever written.
Yeah.
This was probably 2 or 3 weeks before the event.
Yeah.
He told me, he goes, look, man, this is some of the best stuff I've ever done. And if you've ever seen a stand-up, it's brilliant.
Yeah, OrlandoFringe.org. You can go and search all the shows there. Or if you want more on Ross, it's rosscomedy.com.
Yeah.
And from his podcast last week, I want him to know that I am, too, taking part in Road Happiness.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I only heard half of it last week.
Well, he has a real issue with people who have road rage. And myself.
Okay, yeah, we have that.
So he says, we need to take part in Road Happiness.
He doesn't really do that. Ross does not get mad at stuff like that. He gets angry.
He gets mad at you if you get road rage. He really gets judgy, and I felt bad listening to it because I was like, I have worked with him.
Listen, he rode with me one time. Have you guys ever gotten so angry that you realize it was in front of people and they've never seen you like that, and then they look at you differently? I did that in my car one time with Ross because we were late to something, and I don't like being late. It's disrespectful, and I was losing my mind, like unglued, losing my mind. And afterwards, I looked over at Ross, and it was like a kid that just saw his dad like roll a joint and smoke it in front of him. It was like didn't even know what to think about what was happening there, like a complete alien. I got so angry. And I swore to him I'd never do it again. And then on the way home. Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Your 4 o'clock keyword is bank, B-A-N-K. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in the sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. At 9, it's Real Laughs, followed by Real Music Weekends at 10 on Real Radio 104.1 and on your free iHeartRadio app.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Ian Cassette with your Central Florida forecast. An isolated chance of rain here, maybe even a thunderstorm through the early evening hours. Otherwise, into the night, quiet conditions with a low falling to around 69 degrees. Thursday will be warm again with a high of 89 degrees and an isolated afternoon shower and storm. Rain chances are expected to be low and will continue to be through the weekend with temperatures into the upper 80s. As we go into next week, the 90s make a return. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Ian Cassette.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote today at directauto.com. Savings vary. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Tools Ace Hardware's biggest grill sale of the year is happening right now through May 27th. Check this out. Get free fuel, free assembly, and free local delivery on select grills, $3.99 and up. Get a free propane tank refill with the purchase of a Weber grill, Blackstone griddle, or Uni pizza oven. Get a free bag of Traeger wood pellets with the purchase of a Traeger grill. Get a free bag of Big Green Egg natural hardwood charcoal with the purchase of a Big Green Egg. Tools Ace Hardware carries the best brands in grills: Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Napoleon. And they even have service tech specializing in grills, helping with repairs or warranty issues. And you can get free assembly and local delivery on any backyard purchase, $3.99 up. It's shot there 13 locations, including that brand new one there in Hamlin, or just check them online at acehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your backyard place.
It's the Marketer's Report. Today, Capital One's Chief Brand Officer, Mark Mentry, weighs in on building loyalty with customers.
Capital One has really worked to create amazing access moments for our customers. Anywhere from when we have a live event, there be customer events ahead of that. We will do sound check parties that only Capital One card holders can get access to, and we can't pull that off without the relationship iHeart has with the artists, with venues to create these really exclusive events, festivals that iHeart puts on, gives Capital One the ability to create those moments. People are passionate about their favorite artists, and so we try to tap into that together.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local, every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1907 $10 gold Liberty coins has been found. These gorgeous 1907p gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 100 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling the secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you can own a piece of the hoard. When you call, you are guaranteed a 1907 gold Liberty struck at the iconic Philadelphia Mint. With limited availability, you must call now. These 1907 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition with brilliant luster. That is 117 years of history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-973-3097. Call now and you'll receive a free bonus, a $50 value free with every order. Call 1-800-973-3097 now to secure your 1907p $10 gold Liberty coins before they sell out. That's 1-800-973-3097.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you right now, like Deep Cuts, a commercial-free station featuring deep album tracks from iconic artists. Just search Deep Cuts and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
You know you can always text us.
Unless you're driving.
At 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Happy Hump Day, Jim Colbert and Company's Concrete Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Jimmy, you talking about doing things that make people look at you different. Last weekend at Leesburg Bike Fest, I had a situation with a particular gentleman where I almost completely come unglued, and it took my wife to really calm me down and get me away from this guy. And my son's looking at me different now. So I know what you're saying there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when you show the kids that part of dad that they haven't seen before.
Well, that could actually work in your favor.
Yeah, I was going to say they start listening a lot more. Oh, Dad's a stone cold killer. Maybe we should just pay attention. Right. All right.
That was a talkback. You can do that with the free iHeartRadio app. We received a bunch, but a couple of them, you got to check them. Some are just the audio quality's too low, or just I can't use it. So, I can read the text and see what you said, and some of it's good stuff. But if it doesn't sound good,
that's about as noisy as we can put on the air is what we just heard there.
But you could understand him. On some, it's really hard to hear. So we need you to check it before you send it. Make sure it's good, and then send it our way.
Yeah, and your phone mic is a lot more sensitive than maybe you give it credit for. So if you have your even if you have your window down a little bit, we're going to hear it. Yeah, for sure.
And if you're at work and that's impeding your ability to send a talkback, quit your job.
You should quit your job.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Your 4 o'clock keyword is bank, B-A-N-K. We will have a freshie for you at the top of the hour.
Freshie.
Scott Maxwell in the 5 o'clock hour as well.
Oh, stereo.
So Deb had this in news, but I got to tell you, man, this is when I saw this story today, I was like, man, this could be this Dave and Buster's story is really interesting. Says they're soon going to let customers wager on popular arcade games. Now, when I said arcade games, for me, an arcade game is a video game. Now, it makes sense that an arcade game is your skee ball or that basketball shooting game or things of those nature.
Yes.
Of that nature. It's not video games then, right? Because that would be video game.
Correct. And from what I understand how Deb described it, it sounds like it's only those skill games.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they're all skill games, but basketball and
skee ball.
Yeah.
And it says that it's weird because it says gambling, and obviously if you're putting money up, you're gambling. But I don't know. It's not like you're gambling like if I told Jack I'm going to take you on and skee ball or whatever, we put like $20 on, and then they gave us odds or something. It's nothing like that. You do put money down, but it is kind of sketchy, like how they say that you're gambling. It says it's going to allow loyalty members to compete with each other, earn rewards, and unlock exclusive perks. So, gambling is a weird word there because you're not really gambling for money. I don't know that you actually win any money.
Yeah, the $5 wagers.
Yeah, but but what it says is the payoffs. It doesn't talk about money being the payoffs. It says the money is going to be paid off with earning rewards, unlocking exclusive perks, and stuff like that.
So they're keeping the money and giving you like a T-shirt,
right, or a plushie. How is that different from any of the card rooms that they shut down around here?
Well, really, what you just said is the key because when
you don't win money, you win tokens.
Yeah, you go to win. Like when you would go to these game places, like the one I remember the most here in Central Florida was all the time was that FYI place in the Oviedo Mall, which is not there anymore.
FYE?
FYE, I'm sorry. Yeah. For your entertainment.
Yeah.
And it was just a series of arcade games, video games, and stuff. And, of course, if you won, they would give you the tickets. You take the tickets over to the little counter there, and you redeem the tickets for prizes. It's that old thing where it takes you 7,000 tickets to buy a walkie-talkie or whatever, right? You spent $600 to buy a $40 walkie-talkie. That's what I've kind of thought it was. Like, you're kind of gambling like that, but instead of getting tickets, you're actually putting your skills up against another player.
Right.
But it doesn't really say that you win money. Like if I beat Jack out of the game, I don't think I get the $5. I think I get $5 of what they call $5 worth of stuff.
Well, then you're better off just doing that $20 wager.
Exactly.
So
I don't need to bring Dave and Buster into it.
The place in the Oviedo Mall is District Eat and Play.
Yeah, it's District now, right.
And that took the place of what was FYE, which was more of a record store, right? And video store, I thought. I don't remember that being a gaming place, was it?
Maybe it wasn't, Jack. I know FYE was a store like that, but it was a gaming place as well. Maybe I've got it mixed up because that happens all the time.
So District Eat and Play is in that spot in that Oviedo Mall, and you can play games. They have what's that mini bowling game? Where is that duck pin bowling?
Yeah,
they have that there. I've done that, and regular video games. But you can get tickets and buy that little toys and little stuffed animals.
Sounds kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Without the mouse or the pizza.
It says they own 223 of these in North America, including 164 Dave & Buster's around branded 42 stores in 42 states, Puerto Rico, and Canada. They also operate 59 Main Event branded stores in 20 states across the country. Now, you can't do this in all of their stores because in 44 states, it's only allowed there. I don't know if Florida's one of those or not, but I know we have a Dave & Buster's here in town.
We have the one over on iDrive. I believe there's one in Daytona in Volusia.
Is there really?
Yeah.
You ever go there?
I have been, and matter of fact, that my company prize in the 12 Days of Christmas was a $100 gift certificate for Dave & Buster's.
How did you enjoy that 15 minutes?
I haven't used it yet.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say. Here's what I find about those places, and I have no problem with them, right? They do a good job.
Yeah.
I just find them to be kind of expensive. Like if you were trying to find a deal for your family to take them out and you go to one of those places, I think you may be a little shocked about how much it is to actually be entertained because the games are like, $1.50 a piece, or something like that, maybe even more now.
What happened to the quarter that we asked to spend? Do you know what we had to do to get 4 quarters?
You have no idea. To steal it from my grandmother, like any other good kid.
There you go. I had a paper route, so I had income flow.
It will allow customers to wager on popular arcade games in its app. Is it just in the app?
It is. From what I remember with the story that I had done, you have to have this gamification app. Yeah, you have
Who wants to do that?
Well, everyone's trying to get you to download their app.
Oh, we talked about Temu yesterday. Offering like a gambling aspect to their buying platform.
For this one, let's see, Lucra. The new technology from the gamification software company Lucra should be available in the coming months.
Texture says FYE did have a game arcade in the back corner.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Yeah, because we went in there to hang out for a little bit. But I think this entire thing I'm talking about was like the entire store was you just went in there and gamed your ass off. Just did all those games, skee ball, the driving games where you sit down, or the flying games, or helicopters, or you sit on a motorcycle and race.
I still think that would be a great JCS event.
Oh, really?
I do. I mean, having a night at the arcade where we pile into an arcade and play old school games.
I think we did a primetime kitchen one time at the pinball place over in Oviedo, the pinball lounge.
Yeah.
And that was a blast because what they do is they just go around and set the games up, or you just go and play as much as you want. We had a pretty good little crowd for that. It was fun. And then Arcade Monster has a couple locations here in Central Florida as well. One, oddly enough, out in Oviedo.
I haven't been to one in years.
Yeah, and that's another one because you can drink at those things. I mean, you can drink at Dave & Buster's as well.
They do like a pay one price, which is over $20 a head to go in there, but they have games and skee ball as well.
The Arcade Monster.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the thing. On Friday nights, it's like a one fee. You get a wrist or a wristband, and you go in there, and then you get all the games, and then you buy whatever you want. But have you been in there, Jack? That's an odd scene, dude. On Friday and Saturday nights, that Arcade Monster, I went into one of those parties where it was a drink thing too. Like for $45, you got all the drinks. I think it was just beer and wine, or beer and seltzers, and then all the play you want. And it was like an 80s movie goth scene.
See?
It was really real low lights, and everybody had black lipstick on. I fit right in.
Yeah, but what was the age of the crowd?
Oh, they were all like 25 or younger.
Because my daughter likes that place too. I mean,
I felt way out of place.
Yeah.
They thought I was in there looking for my kid. And I was in there like, don't tell them where Johnny is.
Yeah. But with this hair, I fit right in.
I was in there just hammering beers with 25-year-olds. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
All right, 407. 916-1041. We got another keyword for coming up in just 1 second. We'll give you something nice if you get that over there. State slang terms. Every state apparently has a term that is slang to their state. Now, some of them have double meanings. Have you heard about what Florida's is by any chance?
No.
Okay, I will tell you what Florida's is here in a second. And it's really interesting because when I said it to my wife, she added a word to it. She knew exactly what it was. I wonder how many people in the audience don't know this. I would be more surprised if people don't know what this means for Florida. I'll tell you what that is next.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
Heavy traffic reported on I-4 in the Orlando area, both east and westbound on the interstate for those traveling by the major attractions exits. Looking at a crash partially blocking the exit ramp northbound on the turnpike to the 429 exit. Another crash still causing delays southbound on the turnpike where the left lane is blocked between Central Florida Parkway and Osceola Parkway. If you see other traffic problems today, just make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Nasal Guard. People who suffer from allergies use Nasal Guard to prevent them. Nasal Guard's innovative gel and spray products protect you from all airborne allergens, no matter what the forecast holds. Visit Amazon, Walmart, or NasalGuard.com today. Breathe better this spring. NasalGuard.com.
Do you want to build or expand your business? That mortgage guy, Don, is your source for commercial and business loans, too. Don has the best rates on commercial loans and has over 1,000 five-star reviews, and he has a great promotion now through the end of June. Do you have a high interest rate small business administration loan, say 9, 10, or 11%? Well, if you qualify and you've paid on time for the past 2 years, Don can refinance your SBA loan at 8.25%. That mortgage guy, Don, is the best place to go for all of your business and residential loans. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgagguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgagguydon.com.
Are you ready to put some cash in your pocket? Because Real Radio is giving you a chance to win $1,000 by putting $1,000 in your hand. You know the deal with our national contest. We'll give you a keyword at the top of every hour from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And all you have to do is enter it on our website at realradio.fm for your chance to win. With 13 chances every weekday, you'll have plenty of opportunities to win $1,000 in your hand. But there is a catch, because there's always a catch. Right. If you get a call, you need to answer your phone. That's right. The key to winning is picking up your phone when we call. So don't send us to voicemail. This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
Experience life now at Orlando Science Center. Life is an all-new exhibit featuring animals and immersive galleries. Meet a sleepy sloth, playful monkey, a baby shark, a curious owl, and more. Learn about issues impacting their habitats and how you can make a difference. Get tickets and more at osc.org.
Hi, everybody. It's Savannah Guthrie here with Hoda Kotb from The Today Show.
You know that saying, you learn something new every day? Well, it is so true.
Yes, every morning on Today, it's those little tips that can help save you time and improve your day.
From the simplest ways to save money right now to incredible kitchen and cleaning hacks that you never knew existed. Just remember,
see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning, right here on NBC.
This Military Appreciation Month, Navy Federal Credit Union wants to celebrate our members who go above and beyond every single day. That's why we thought you might want to hear some special thank you messages from your friends and family.
I want to give a shout out to my brother AZ1 Archie Castillo.
Hi, I want to give a shout out to my friend Colin, who's currently serving in the Army. Thanks for all you do. Happy Military Appreciation Month.
And from all of us here, happy Military Appreciation Month. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
At International Diamond Center, we're all about family. And no one plays a more important role in the life of any family than Mom. She's the rock, the hero, the one that holds it all together. So we invite you to help us celebrate the mothers in our lives with the perfect Mother's Day gift and a little something extra. We've put together a special collection of jewelry just for Mom. We've set aside these carefully selected items so there's no guesswork. You can stop in, shop with ease, and get Mom a timeless gift she's sure to love. And to make it really special, with any purchase of $249 or more, we'll give you a $50 spa gift card so she can use it to treat herself to a day of pampering and relaxation. So come join us at IDC. Help us say a big thank you to the mothers in our lives with a gorgeous bracelet, maybe a pair of diamond earrings, a colored gemstone ring, or a piece from our Perfect Love collection. Buy the jewelry and we'll throw in the $50 spa treat at no charge. Happy Mother's Day from International Diamond Center. Get showroom directions, store hours, and more now at shopidc.com.
Moments like my daughter telling me a new joke mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, postnasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I was groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion were making Jana miserable. Then, a friend recommended Navage. Navage provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Navage helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
Navage gave me instant relief. I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. I didn't have to wait an hour, 90 minutes. I didn't have to wait a minute. I ran the rinse and I felt better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best again with Navage. Navage.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
The Big Bang Theory, weeknights at 7, 7:30, and 11 on CW18.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Yeah, but instead of having road rage, how about road rave? Raving is always good.
He's up.
Yikes. I hopped back in the truck and turned on the radio just in time to hear the words Eagle release. And my first thought was what Jimmy calls it when he tries to convince Tori that he needs to improve his health and lower his anger.
Okay, buddy. People love. You guys have set a really bad standard for the audience when it comes to how they relate to me. Sons of bitches.
You sure?
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Your 5 o'clock keyword is check, CHECK. Go to realradio.fm, send that off for your chance at $1,000. Check, guys. That's it. That is your 5 o'clock keyword.
Already had 2 winners today. Carrie at 9 a.m., Lori last night at 6 p.m. for a total for 6 winners for TKS.
That's right, man. We are on one. Go get that money. Check is your 5 o'clock keyword. Good luck. Welcome back. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Check is here.
Yo.
By the way, if you want to leave a talkback, that's what those are. That's easy as well. Get the iHeartRadio app. Go to Real Radio once you get it. Use that microphone to send it to Jack, and he'll put it on the air for you guys to listen to.
Jack with his LFG.
Yeah.
I love that.
All right, so states have their own slang, right?
Yeah.
And it's weird because there are some terms, and I think maybe in the Northeast this started maybe more than ever. I think maybe New York has a lot of those kind of slangy kind of terms that have morphed from whether it be Italian or any of the wonderful diversity of cultures that inhabit New York. Those have kind of morphed down to words that they use all the time that had original meanings. And that happens all over the place. And Florida has one. And I have to tell you, it's odd that they chose this one. And I know what it means immediately because it actually kind of started around where I'm from. That's where the origin of this term came from, is Northeast Florida.
Cracker?
All right? Not cracker. That's a great guess, though. But I'll give you an example, right? In Maine, if you say right out straight, right? If you say right out straight, like if I said, Jack, how you doing? And Jack said, I'm right out straight. What do you think that means?
I think good, ultimately, like how you doing is good.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't know why it means
Yeah,
good.
right out straight, right? Most people believe it means something else. What do you think it means? Right out straight. If somebody from Maine were to say, I'm right out straight, what do they mean?
Right out your door.
Nope. Most people think they're telling the truth, right? Like if you
Oh.
say, hey, I'm right out straight, I would say, okay, well, this guy's a straight up telling me the truth, but it doesn't mean that. It means being very busy.
Oh, wow.
Like if I'm in Maine and somebody says, how you doing, buddy? He goes, oh, man, I'm right out straight. That means in Maine, I'm really busy.
All right.
Now, and I'll give you another one. And this is from New York. Grill. Like why you grilling me? What does that mean?
Why
Now,
are you pressing me? Why are you...
You would think that means asking you a lot of questions, right? That's what most people think. But apparently in New York, it means to stare at me rudely. Like, why are you grilling me, buddy? Why are you grilling me? In other words, you're looking at me, staring at me rudely. That's what that means. Gnarly in California. Right? Gnarly means...
Bad. Nasty.
Yeah, gnarly, right? But
gnarly,
and some
It
people...
depends on the waves, though, because sometimes the waves can be pretty gnarly, and that means it's good.
Yeah, tasty.
That's
tasty.
exactly what it is. That's the answer. If you say something's gnarly, that means it means to describe large waves. So you would if something was gnarly, gnarly, that could be good.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like I had a gnarly session at the skate park yesterday. That's good. But it also means I ate it and busted up my teeth. What do you think in Kentucky if I say dirty bird? I'm like, oh, you dirty bird.
You're getting away with something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a derogatory insult, right? That's
Yeah.
what most
Really?
people... It doesn't mean that. It means we're going to KFC.
What?
No way.
Yeah, in Kentucky, if you say, what's for dinner? I'm like, we're getting that dirty bird. What they mean is we're going to KFC. That's what it means. In Hawaii, right, if you say grinds, I'm grinds. Getting on them grinds. What do you think that means?
Getting on them grinds.
If I'm on them grinds, getting that grinds. What are you now? For me, if you're saying I'm on that grind, or I'm grinding, or getting on that grind, it means I'm working hard, right?
Yeah.
I'm hustling.
You're getting tips.
I'm grinding.
Tourist tips.
No, you're getting that coffee.
But you're closer. You're going to eat.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to eat, right? I'm going to grind. I'm going to eat. That's what grinds means in Hawaii. So if you hear a Hawaiian say to another Hawaiian, let's get them grinds.
Hey, Matt.
It's time to go eat, right?
All right,
That's exactly what it means.
cool.
All right. So if in Missouri, this is an easy one. If you're put out, that means
you're angry.
Yeah, you're angry. That's exactly right. Now, let's get to Florida's.
Okay.
This is too easy, though. It's really almost too easy because you're going to get it immediately. But in the context of the story, by the way, this is clickorlando.com.
Right.
Right here, Channel 6. Only 40% of Floridians knew what this meant. Only 40%, right? Jiffy feet.
Oh, Jiffy feet.
And
Jiffy
there's
feet.
another word, Jiffy feet.
Jiffy feet. What's Jiffy feet mean? No way.
No, I remember we'd covered
never
this
heard of this.
before.
You've never heard the term Jiffy feet?
No.
Unbelievable. I thought for a fact that both of you guys would know this immediately. You don't know what Jiffy feet is.
I can't remember. You told us about this the last time.
Really? Interesting. They say 40% of Floridians that they talk to did not know what Jiffy feet mean. Let me tell you something. If you are north of Ocala, you know this immediately.
Right. Well,
if you are from northeast Florida, Jacksonville, that area where I'm from, Palaca, that's where they say this originated. Jiffy feet means you have Jiffy store feet. In other words, you've been walking around the Jiffy store with bare feet and your feet are dirty.
Jiffy store as in Jiffy Lube?
Jiffy was a convenience store back in the day.
Oh,
How could we not know that?
That's where the original no shoes, no shirt, no service came from because y'all were running around in Jiffy stores with bare feet.
Jiffy feet? I can't. That is so crazy. I have been saying Jiffy store feet or Jiffy feet since I was in my teens.
Yeah, I've never heard you say that.
I've never heard.
I don't say it now. Why would I say it now? I have shoes. But what I'm saying is back in the day, you went around. Look.
It has to apply to you for you to use the term.
Were you not barefoot half your childhood, or did you wear shoes all the time?
I pretty much wore shoes all
Did
the
you
time.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, you missed childhood altogether.
Yeah, I had my Chuck T's.
Barefoot.
Barefoot as hell. You're from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Dude, look, Jack, let me give you.
Start with me last.
In the South, if you're a Gen Xer, right?
Okay.
If you're a Gen Xer in the South, you never wore shoes. Never. And you weren't allowed in the house.
That's true of my wife as well.
Right.
Yeah, she grew up. She was always barefoot out.
Barefoot.
Yeah.
You never wore shoes, so your feet were perpetually dirty, and you never wore shoes when you went into stores. You were these little ratty redneck kids, running around, just jean shorts, nothing else. Haven't bathed in days. You smell like a kangaroo's pouch, and your feet are black as oil. Jiffy feet, dude. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe you guys don't know what Jiffy feet is. Oh, God.
Someone said, I've lived in Florida my entire 45 years and never heard of it. So it's got to be something, mainly a North Florida thing.
Yeah, I think it is. It really is.
Where people shop at a store
Jiffy
called
Mart.
Jiffy.
Well, a lot of the stores, like you guys know what Little Champ is, right? You never heard of Little Champ convenience stores? Well, Jiffy turned into those.
Okay.
Matter of fact, the two brothers that owned the Jiffy stores in Northeast Florida were the Huntley brothers. And it just so happened one of those brothers lived in Palatka. And it just so happened one of those brothers lived not far from my first girlfriend, whose dad was a doctor. So that was the affluent part of town. And they lived there because they wanted to, because apparently they had all the money in Northeast Florida. They did quite well for themselves. Then they sold that entire chain in the 90s to another chain that turned them into like Little Champs and other convenience kind of stores.
Mm-hmm.
They took the Jiffy name off, but Jiffy was there forever. The Jiffy Mart, the Jiffy store. You want to get in and out in a jiff.
Oh.
That's the whole idea. In and out in a jiff. Just fast, right? And you never wear shoes in those places because you're from Northeast Florida. You don't wear them in the restaurant. Why wear them in there?
Oh my God.
You ever hear of Allsups?
I've never heard of Allsups.
That was every gas station I went to in New Mexico.
Oh, really?
Allsups.
Yeah.
And I assume it was shortened from All Supplies.
Yeah, probably so.
Because it was a store that would, have like various camping supplies. Because in New Mexico, sometimes the convenience stores are a little further spaced apart. With a lot of tumbleweeds in between.
Right.
So I think All Supplies would be something that they would strongly advertise. But they were just all, I guess shortened, but Allsup was all I would see.
It's so great. That really is kind of a telltale sign of this country, too, because there are so many of those regional convenience store chains that'll pop up in like a city or a region where they'll have like kind of like what Publix was for a while.
Right,
You can only get a Publix in Florida, like in Georgia, and then still only in the Southeast, I believe. So you here in Florida, you see them every 4 blocks, so you think they're everywhere, but they're not. And the Jiffy store, the convenience stores are the same way. I think there's 7-Eleven, Cumberland Farms.
Yeah.
And now, I don't even, is Wawa national?
Yeah.
Well, it's a Northeast brand that people begged to move down into the South finally.
And they just celebrated their 10-year anniversary here in Florida.
Yeah.
Wow.
That thing's printing money, by the way. Every Wawa prints money. Wawa is, by the way, Wawa is the Chick-fil-A of gas stations.
Yeah.
They print money. There's a Wawa in Sanford. And my wife and I were talking about it the other day. There's a Wawa in Sanford that I bet money there is at no point on the clock during the day where there's not 50 people in that store in that parking lot.
Wow.
It is a madhouse. People just go there to hang out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not joking. They park on the side of the store and they have dinner there and they just hang out in the parking lot. I'm not kidding.
Jim, I've been calling it destination dining for years.
You have.
Dude, we ate at that Wawa table. And I was like, man, you've never in your life rolled the COVID dice harder than sitting down and eating at that Wawa table there. Oh, man. I can't imagine the swab that would come off that thing.
I like the one by me. I like because if you sit at the table, you get the fumes of the gas garden, but the view of the lake.
And
That's Lake Catherine.
And you get the little treat that every time the door opens, you can taste. You
a
can
little
smell,
bit of AC.
You can smell the toasting of the bread, Jack.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, so good.
All right, 407-916-104. Let's take a little break. Our buddy Scott Maxwell is up here in just a couple seconds. Don't forget, check is your 5 o'clock keyword, CHECK. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Scott Maxwell up next here on The Jim Colbert Show.
Real radio is the news junkie.
I find myself like, do I want to spend 4 days on this douche cruise? I mean, a whole balcony of shirtless dudes. What do they do afterwards? Let's smash cans on our head.
Let's drug.
Hit on the girls.
Did you just say let's drug?
Let's drug.
The news junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. clausmanlaw.com.
Delays heavy on I-4 in the Orlando area this afternoon for those traveling east and westbound on the interstate by the major attractions exits. A disabled vehicle continues blocking the left lane southbound on the turnpike between the Greenway exit and Osceola Parkway. Looking at activity causing heavy traffic on Apopka Vineland Road near I-4. If you run into traffic problems this afternoon, just make sure you're calling the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Need an oil change? Short on time? Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Stay in your car and be back on the road in about 15 minutes. Our expert technicians use premium products for top-notch vehicle care. Quick, easy, trusted. That's Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. It's been 1 year since the launch of Life Imaging FLA here in Central Florida. Couldn't be more proud to celebrate this milestone in just 12 months. These guys have successfully conducted hundreds of proactive scans, helping to save lives and make a positive impact in their community. They've done that. It's been an amazing year, 70 plus the last I heard, saving lives. And I know that's a fact, guys, because we've had people come up to us at events and tell us that they took their husband or their wife to get a scan thinking there'd be something wrong with them, and it turns out they had the problem. And I say problem, I mean surgery level problems. But that's what Life Imaging FLA is all about, because guys, let me tell you, early detection does save lives. When you start looking at some of these numbers where you talk about heart disease and then 30% of the cases that sudden death is the very first symptom you get, you got to make a move and make sure that you're in good health. Life Imaging FLA and their free heart scan can do that for you. And it's easy to make your appointment. Check this out. Just pick up the cell phone, dial pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you got to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. Remember, this is a free heart scan. It does have a few minimum requirements, but it is a $699 value. While you're there, be sure to ask about their cancer screening as well. It's Life Imaging FLA. Get that free heart scan. Make sure you're solid. And of course, always tell them the Jim Colbert Show sent you.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at centomoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best.
At International Diamond Center, we're all about family. And no one plays a more important role in the life of any family than Mom. She's the rock, the hero, the one that holds it all together. So we invite you to help us celebrate the mothers in our lives with the perfect Mother's Day gift and a little something extra. We've put together a special collection of jewelry just for Mom. We've set aside these carefully selected items so there's no guesswork. You can stop in, shop with ease, and get Mom a timeless gift she's sure to love. And to make it really special, with any purchase of $249 or more, we'll give you a $50 spa gift card so she can use it to treat herself to a day of pampering and relaxation. So come join us at IDC. Help us say a big thank you to the mothers in our lives with a gorgeous bracelet, maybe a pair of diamond earrings, a colored gemstone ring, or a piece from our Perfect Love collection. Buy the jewelry and we'll throw in the $50 spa treat at no charge. Happy Mother's Day from International Diamond Center. Get showroom directions, store hours, and more now at shopidc.com.
I love playing pranks on my sister, and this deal going on at McDonald's is my chance to take the lead. Enjoy any 2 items for $3.79. From the iconic McDouble, the McChicken, a 4-piece chicken McNuggets, small fries, to even a small soft drink. I'm gonna pair my McDouble with her small fries, but secretly pull her fries out of the bag. She won't even notice. Hey, where'd the fries go? Sounds like my prank just got fried. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Not to brag, but I've been crushing it lately. And all credit goes to frozen drinks from McDonald's. Clean my apartment while crushing an ice-cold Oreo frappe. Love that chocolate flavor. Hint of coffee and Oreo cookie pieces. Crush work in overtime thanks to a drizzly caramel frappe. Even fix my own car while crushing a creamy mocha frappe. Start crushing it yourself with a delicious, refreshing frappe from Mickey D's. There are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. At participating McDonald's for a limited time, Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license.
ePass saves you time and money on tolls. Plus, the sticker's free. Facts that Jen here didn't know.
Hey man, why are you dragging me into this?
Because you could be saving on tolls with a free ePass sticker.
Okay,
I'll do it when I get home, and maybe I'll win that $100 in free tolls.
Wait, what?
You didn't know that, Mr. Big Voice Guy? One person a day now through May 5th will win $100 in tolls. Just sign up for a free ePass sticker at GetEPass.com.
See GetEPass.com for official rules and details.
Hey everybody, it's Savannah and Hoda from The Today Show. From the simplest ways to save money to incredible hacks you never knew existed. Just remember, see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning on NBC.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people, Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Breathe easy.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Deep Cuts. Featuring deep album tracks from iconic artists like the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, The Who, The Stones, and more. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Deep Cuts, and listen now.
iHeartRadio!
iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Now back to the Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. You can always text our show if you'd like. That's 77031. Your 5 o'clock keyword is check, CHECK. Go to realradio.fm. You can send that off. Maybe get that $1,000. That'd be nice. Like Deb said last segment, we had a couple winners here. 6 o'clock last night on the Jim Colbert Show. And, of course, this morning on the Monsters at 10 o'clock. Ladies are winning. The ladies.
Carrie at 9, Lori at 6.
The ladies.
Get you some girls.
All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. And every single Wednesday at 5:20, we invite this guy to drop by. He writes for the Orlando Sentinel Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. That's when you can read his columns. You can also find him online all the time at Scott_Maxwell. Getting loud for Sweet Heat, Mr. Scott Maxwell.
What is up, guys? I am coming to you from the lovely Florida Turnpike.
All right, very nice.
Oh, lucky you.
Any destination that we can know about, or is this a secret journalistic jaunt?
Oh, my God, no, I will tell the world. My son is graduating from college, so we're going down to his college graduation. And considering that I think halfway through his freshman year, we thought his degree was going to be in Verizon sign waving, we are very happy to reach this destination.
And if I remember right, there's even an extra level of pride, because is he not graduating with a degree in journalism and plans to follow in the footsteps of the great Scott Maxwell?
I don't know how happy that makes Scott.
Yeah, I was going to say pride. I might anxiety. Maybe. Yeah, that wasn't by any encouragement of mine. But no, he's a good kid. He's a good writer, and frankly, writing will serve him well in whatever he did. So this is the last one off the payroll, man.
Wow.
And Scott, truthfully, if I remember right, he's doing sports journalism, and oddly enough, that is journalism that is doing quite well, is it not?
As a matter of fact, what he's looking at right now is starting with a sort of a startup and that does sports content. You know, that's what they call it now, Jim.
Yeah.
Content.
Mm-hmm.
You're a content producer, Jim, as you know. And, you know, so this, I don't know, this could be the next Barstool, or he could be, you know, waiting at Chili's in 3 months. I don't know. But I guess when you're 21 or 22, this is the time to try that kind of stuff.
This is 1,000% the time to try it, because if you hook up with somebody that starts like a Barstool or something of that nature and it catches fire, I mean, the sky's the limit at that point. All you need to do is make a name for yourself inside the context of that, and you can take that and go elsewhere to do your own thing.
So, Scott, how does it feel to know that you and your lovely wife are officially empty nesters?
Yeah, well, and that was funny because he's actually been doing really well. But about, I don't know, 3 months ago, Cindy and I said to each other, have we actually made it clear to him that coming home is not an option?
Oh, yeah.
And, and so I just said to him, and he was like, where's this coming from? I was like, I just need this to be really clear in your head that we don't care what you do. We're going to support you. It's just going to be anywhere except our house.
That's right.
Congratulations, son.
It is time to. It is time to run naked throughout the domicile.
Yes, that's right. Right. Yeah. If you do a stint at the Orange County Jail, we'll visit you there. Just not our house. That's how that's going to work.
Well, that's good.
No, I think he's going to do well. But yeah, there is some fun. We've been living the empty nest life for a while since the kids have gone. But yeah, we're proud to have them both doing well.
Well, I'm happy for you, buddy, and congratulations to anybody that gets a kid through college and still has a dime to their name. Well, that's a good thing.
I didn't say that second part, but no, yeah, we're doing it.
hey, Scott. Interestingly, him just graduating from college and college campuses being in a bit of array today. I mean, have they had any of that at his school?
No, I'm not sure how socially aware they are at FAU.
Or just smart.
I mean, I think when they ran, I think when they ran out of some of the seltzer alcohol, there was a protest. But other than that, I don't know. No, I haven't heard much of it. And you know what? I think the truth is, just like everything else in the news, the big stuff gets the attention.
Yeah.
I think most of this stuff there's just the same kind of protests that were going on when you and I were in school and when my parents were in school. I mean, some of this I think gets burnt, sort of set out of whack. I mean, there are bad things happening over there. There are babies getting killed. And if there weren't college kids saying they had a problem with that, I'd say, what the hell's wrong with you?
Right,
And that's what I think you're seeing. Like UCF, I was talking to a friend of mine who works in the administration over there, and I was like, we're not hearing anything out there. He said, no, we had a big thing going on, but it's just, they're protesting what kids believe in. They want peace. They don't want people to be killed. My impression is that's what's going on at the majority of college campuses. But there's you got some outside agitators, you got some extremists, and don't mistake, you also got a lot of politicians who want to make hay off this stuff.
Sure, yeah, and we know that once that party starts, people just like to join in because there are people out there that just like mayhem.
There are chaos agents that are actually causing more of the problems than students themselves.
Absolutely, absolutely. And like I said, I mean, I think you want kids protesting. That's the time to do it. You're supposed to care about everybody else. If you don't, you're dead inside. And I don't know. I mean, if you can watch the 6 o'clock news or 6:30 news and see 5 minutes of footage from either country over there and not have your heart break a little bit, there's something wrong with you. I mean, no matter which side you're on, there's kids that are losing their lives every day. It's kind of gross.
And I don't know that anybody really, I haven't heard one person say that they shouldn't be protesting, of course, but when you break into buildings and occupy places, that's that's against the law and you should be handled accordingly.
Absolutely. But, and I guess all I'm saying is I think that's the minority. I don't think, I got nephews and kids at all these colleges, and we haven't heard any of that anywhere. We just heard that, there's a war going on, and we don't like war, and so we're waving our placards in between finals.
Well, buddy, on top of that, what is happening out there?
Well, actually, what I was doing on my drive down, I'm doing an event with Ashley Judd in a couple of weeks, and I was doing prep work for her. She's been through the ringer, man.
She started the Me Too movement, did she not?
She was absolutely part of it. In fact, I think she had a lawsuit against Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah. I think, and real quick, let me clarify. I don't think she was the actual person that started it.
Correct.
There is another person who started, but I believe that actually
Rose McGowan, maybe?
But I believe that she and Rose McGowan were the two celebrities that really brought that out of the shadows into the forefront, specifically using Harvey Weinstein to do so.
She was vocal, absolutely, on that, but she's also, her mom, you may remember, took her own life the night before the Judds got inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And she talked about being abused as a child. And then, anyway, I'm doing a sit-down Q&A in front of a bunch of people, and, we had to prep for interviews. There's some heavy stuff. So, anyway, that's what I was doing while I was driving down the highway.
Look at you dropping names of famous people.
The funny thing is, I got to do this one time with her name is Nancy. I cannot remember her last name.
Sinatra.
No, she worked with
Grace.
She worked with Bill Engvall on a sitcom one time, and it was It was a popular sitcom, and I got to sit down and talk. Here's what I find: people freak out about these celebrities who've been on television a lot. Most of them are really just straight up normal people, and they just want to be asked questions that they haven't been asked before, which is kind of weird considering those people have been interviewed their entire lives.
That's the hardest thing.
Nancy Travis.
Nancy Travis is the answer.
Oh,
yeah.
I remember Nancy Travis. She did Tool Time.
Yes, yeah, she was super sweet as well. She was starting again, and I did an HBO thing. I was contracted through HBO for about 2 or 3 years to do events like that, and got to sit down with Nancy Travis to promote that show coming up and a couple other things, and it was actually a really pleasant experience. Do you have an idea which way you're going with this thing?
Yeah, that's the thing, is I like to sit down. I'm very comfortable in front of an audience and laughing and joking. I'm not seeing a whole lot of comedy content coming out of this discussion. It's a fundraiser for the Mental Health Association of Central Florida. By the way, if any listeners out there need any help, great organization, the only one that provides free counseling and stuff like that. So anyway, yeah, it's just trying to balance the funny, which I don't think there'll be as much of, with the serious. So anyway, that's what I was working on right now.
Have you thought about maybe using some of her roles as parallels to questions that you could ask her about her reality?
Yes, some. I could do some of that. I think she's also just came back from the White House, where she helped the president launch a new national initiative on suicide prevention. So we'll talk about that.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, enjoy yourself, man. It's a lot of fun. I think you'll do quite well.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And that's a more noble break than the nasty politics I'm normally writing about.
Yeah. Exactly. I think I read your story today. What did you write about today? Remind me. I read your
ethics. Yeah. I remember what I wrote today.
Yeah, the ethics official who broke the ethics rules.
Yeah, you can't see me because I'm not on video today, but when I said ethics, it was in air quotes. Ethics in Florida. Yeah, because this state is. We're a laughingstock on this front. I mean, I feel like we see this stuff so often, people forget how wackadoo it is, that the former chairman of the Ethics Commission, which we've discussed before, was caught breaking the ethics laws when he had 2 jobs. We've discussed that several times before because he came down to the Disney District. He's now the Orange County election supervisor. But then last week, another member of the Ethics Commission, and damn, there's only like 5 of them, so I don't know how many of them get in trouble, it was discovered he had not turned in his financial disclosures. And the reason you're supposed to do that is if you're serving on a public board, you're supposed to disclose where you have your investments, so that there's no conflicts and things like that. And I don't mean he missed the deadline by like a week. He missed it by more than a year.
Yeah.
And he'd racked up a bunch of fines, and his fellow ethics commissioners decided to waive them for him.
But can I ask you a question? Are all the ethics ethics council members, are they all appointed?
Yes, they are all appointed by the governor and approved by the Senate, and they are always approved by the Senate, with the exception, as you may remember, the Moms for Liberty woman, Tina Descovich. DeSantis nominated her, and she was the one person that the Senate did not confirm on. But yes, they're all gubernatorial appointees. And then that's bad enough. But the reason I was writing about this is the legislature just passed the set of laws to weaken the state's ethics law. I don't know how you can weaken what's like virtually the Shirley Temple of Florida statute. I mean,
is that with a cherry or not?
Yeah, no, there's nothing. They're not doing anything, but they want to weaken them even more. For instance, one of the things they're doing is they're saying nobody can file a complaint about a public official who breaks the law without, quote, personal knowledge.
Insane.
Well, one of the things that our editorial board made, what points they made, is often the only person with personal knowledge is the person who committed the crime.
Exactly right.
And so what they're trying to stop is people from filing complaints based on newspapers that expose problems. In fact, the Senate sponsor said that if a newspaper finds a problem, then that reporter should go file the complaint.
Yeah. Now, aren't they also asking for like personal information for the person who files the complaint?
Yeah, they can't be anonymous.
Yeah,
which is another really flawed thing, because anonymous complaint. I mean, think if it's your boss who's doing something wrong, you're not going to report him if he knows about it. An anonymous complaint doesn't mean that they do anything wrong. It doesn't even necessarily mean it's going to be public. It just means that they have the ability to open a file. But yes, both of those things I think are pretty troubling. Journalists aren't supposed to be the ones filing complaints, and the point I always make is that no other crime works like this.
Yeah.
If a journalist wrote a story and revealed that there'd been a theft at a bank, law enforcement wouldn't say, you know what, we're not going to investigate where that money went unless the reporter comes down here and opens the case log.
Yeah, and you can't claim ignorance of the law as ignoring the law either. I mean, I know you mentioned that in your piece, like, your dad told you all those years. You can't claim ignorance as, as a defense against breaking the law or being an a-hole.
You can't use it in the courtroom.
You're exactly right, except when it comes to political corruption.
Right.
And you may remember that years ago, we had a case in Orange County that was sort of nicknamed Textgate. It was when a bunch of Orange County commissioners deleted a bunch of text. Yep. And deleting a text is the exact same thing as shredding a document.
It's obstruction.
It's a destruction of a public document. The prosecutor at the time did not go after them balls to the wall because he concluded they did not, quote, knowingly break the law.
Sure.
And similarly, the Ethics Commission decided he didn't try to miss the disclosure deadline.
Right.
He thought somebody else was going to do it. And to what you just said, Jim, and Deb, that excuse does not fly for anyone else in the world.
But I got to tell you, Scott, though, I am now inspired. I'm going to try that with the IRS this year.
Let us know how that goes.
I owe them a few bucks, and I'm not going to pay them. And then in a year, when they send me that letter that says we're about to put a padlock on your house, I'm going to go, oh, guys, that was a complete accident. And they're going to go, no probs, Jimbo. Just cut us the check and we'll be fine after a year. Or they're going to
say, you thought Tory was going to do it.
Right.
Say, our apologies, Mr. Goldberg.
Yeah, then we'll wipe out all these fines and penalties and interest for you then.
Of course, that's how it works.
It's so ridiculous. Hey, by the way, let me ask you a quick question because I'm a little ignorant to this and when it comes to politics. I know you and Jack are considerably more learned than I am in this. Why are those, which seem to be some very important offices to be held, considering you're talking about the ethics of a government, especially one as big and powerful as Florida's. Why are those elected positions? Why are those positions that are like that when they hold so much weight?
Yeah, that's a good question. And I think you could make an argument for that. I haven't given that a whole lot of thought. But I can give you the overriding answer to that. And the overriding answer is because the people in this state, and that's both parties, do not want ethics enforcement to be serious. They do not, because whenever a politician gets asked to crack down on unethical behavior, they start to think, oh boy, this could come back and bite me in the ass.
Sure.
And the best example I have of that is I wrote about this a week or so ago. There was a congressman, nobody remembers his name. His name was William Jefferson out of Louisiana. This cat was so corrupt, the FBI found bricks of cash in his freezer. I mean, they were broken into $10,000 bricks set into freezer Tupperware containers. The FBI had already found this. When the FBI went and raided his congressional office for more effort to find more evidence, Nancy Pelosi and Dennis Hastert, that's a Republican and a Democrat, united to express outrage. Not outrage over the corruption.
Right.
Over the corruption that they had gone into his congressional office.
And the interesting thing there is Pelosi, of course, has had that shadow of insider trading kind of hovering over her for many years.
And in Florida, the new law that was just passed, that's going to weaken ethics laws even further, was passed almost unanimously in the Senate. And that means Democrats sided with Republicans. Now, I will give House Democrats credit. Most of your local Democrats, Don Escamanis of the world and Rita Harris's and so on, they all voted against it. But for the most part, politicians don't like to go after other politicians because they get scared that people might come after them. And that's a lousy reason not to do the right thing.
Yeah, the last thing they want is where you're sniffing around where this money comes from, or where it goes. That is the last thing they could possibly want.
That is exactly right.
Yeah.
And so anyway, there's a slim hope Ron DeSantis could veto this bill. I think this would be another piece of low-hanging fruit. I mean, what he should be doing is pushing to beef up this state's ethics law. The least you could do, though, is veto a bill that's going to weaken it even further. I don't think he would suffer much blowback from his own party, and I think it would score him some points with the populace, but we got about a month to see if that happens.
What is the consensus to the pros? I mean, is the consensus that he's going to boot this?
I don't think anybody's I haven't heard any intel one way or the other. I could see him potentially doing it, but it just becomes calculus, I think. What does he get? Does he get more than he loses?
Sure,
I would tell him I would tell you, Governor, you do. What are these schmucks in the legislature going to do? They're going to maybe bitch and moan for a few minutes, but this isn't something they really care about that much. And I think it would get headlines all over the state.
And the bar is the funny thing is, ethics wise, the bar is so low in politics already. I mean, would it even make a wave, Scott?
No, that's exactly right. What you would be doing was setting us back to the same crappy status quo that has allowed these current ethics commissioners to get a free pass on it. Yeah. So, low bar. I would tell them to do it.
Well, buddy, look, travel safe. Congratulations for you and your son and your wife. You guys are wonderful people, and we really look forward to seeing you on Saturday night. Big dog, we're going to have a good time.
All right. Look forward to talking to you.
And do me a favor. Make sure that your wife understands. Don't be loud. We don't need any embarrassment. We don't need any social media stuff. She's got to pipe down and make sure that she maintains herself. We know how she gets.
She is sitting right next to me. I will relay that message to her. She's going to be fuming. She's going to be fuming.
All right, guys. Good and loud for Scott Maxwell. There you go. Right. Wednesdays, Thursdays, Sundays, every day on Twitter. It's Scott_Maxwell, and he just hung up on us. That son of a bitch. How dare he?
He's done with you.
The greatest. I'm so happy he's coming out with us Saturday night. Am I supposed to say that, by the way?
You can.
Yeah, good. I told my wife, because we love hanging out with Scott and his wife. Can I say his wife's name on the air? Have we done that before?
I wouldn't.
Okay. Scott and his beautiful wife, right? We love hanging out with them, but they get rare time to get out because Scott is very active when it comes to hosting events and charity events. Getting on his calendar is kind of tough, but he is one of the best hangs of all time, and his wife is as well. They're a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And anytime I can spend some time with her and rag on how she eats, I love it.
Good.
And I know she's listening right now, and that's why I'm saying this. She is a burger fry kind of girl.
I'm sure she's looking very forward to it.
I'm sure they're already outside of our listening area.
916-1041. Don't forget, your 5 o'clock keyword is check. And if you're wondering about integrity, if you think that I lie to you at any given point on this show, let me prove you wrong. Jack, did we or did we not have a winner in the 4 o'clock hour?
Well, Jim, I'm glad you asked me that because I would like to tell you 100% for sure that we did. However, I can't say that 100% because right now I only have a text message saying they won.
Well, I got to tell you, I think we did it.
I think we did too.
I think we got a winner at 4 o'clock. Listen, go get that money. 5 o'clock keyword is check, CHECK. Go to realradio.fm. Let's make them back-to-backs, guys, and then load them up now because trivia is next. We have tickets to Judson's Live for this weekend.
Way to go, Tyler!
Good job, Tyler.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. At 9, it's Real Laughs, followed by Real Music Weekends at 10 on Real Radio 104.1 and on your free iHeartRadio app.
This is three-time Pro Bowler LeVar Arrington. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Staples Stores.
UCF football got a transfer commitment today from Toledo running back Penny Boone. He rushed for 1,400 yards and 15 touchdowns last season. Florida State basketball is scoring in the transfer portal. They got commitments today from UTSA's Justin Thomas and South Dakota's Boston Holt. And Tiger Woods told the Today Show that he's on track to play one tournament a month with a focus on the majors. I'm Scott Davidson.
Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward, like banners, flyers, signs, and catalogs, some even same day. And now at Staples, save $50 on your print purchase of $150 or more. Offer N61. Visit staples.com/print for details. Staples, your local print and marketing expert.
Let's get you that new bathroom. Rebath in Mid-Florida is ready to help you right now. And guys, when I say help, they're going to turn it out. You can't imagine what they have to offer. Now, here's the other thing. If you're like me, I have no idea about design elements. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. The great thing is Rebath knows that for most people, and they have a design team. They can take their products and your ideas and turn your space into a magical bathroom that you are going to love for a long time. These products are amazing, guys. By the way, natural stone, travertine, marble, they have that in all those colors. Multiple choices for styles and color of toilets and sinks and tubs and vanities and lighting and cabinetry and tile, shower doors, and even better, if you tell them that we sent you over, they're going to give you $800 in upgrades, right? Apply modify that however you want. The fixtures, floating shower doors, upgrade your tile, whatever you want to do, $800. And guys, if you're worried about their integrity, do not. The two big box stores that do the DIY stuff, the blue and the orange, Rebath installs their bathrooms for them. If they can trust them, you can as well. 436 up at Altamont. That's where you'll find their showroom. Walk in and see some of the beautiful bathroom stuff they have, and then get with their design team for your own personal custom design. That's what they do at Rebath. Log on to the website, look at the before and after, see what they've done for people, and then book your appointment. It's Rebath, midfla.com.
Here's a top move for hiring a divorce attorney. See how they look and handle themselves on video or audio. Chances are that's them at their best, with editing, setup, and multiple takes. The courtroom is live. Mediation is live. Make sure your divorce lawyer is going to make you look good. At Trenley Kramer Law, we handle family law and divorce. TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
As a military dad, I'll admit my first deployment didn't go great for my kids. I wasn't ready. So every time I'm gone, I just focus on doing small things better. I schedule video calls during their dinner so we can still eat together. I read books they're reading so we can talk about them. I send them an email every day. It just takes a little effort, but it's worth it, guys.
Dads, duty matters in and out of uniform. So choose to be a father first today.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman Lind. Dude, I'm behind you. I can see you texting on your phone. Put the phone down. You know it's a crime. In the state of Florida, it's actually a misdemeanor to get caught texting on your phone. I know you're going to claim you weren't, but either TikToking, Facebook, texting, I don't know what you're doing. But when you get home and you want to see a good TikTok, go to Kaufman Lind. For more information, contact me at whenyoujdis.com or dial pound 546 on your cell. Office Orlando.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1907 $10 gold Liberty coins has been found. These gorgeous 1907p gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 100 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling the secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you can own a piece of the hoard. When you call, you are guaranteed a 1907 gold Liberty struck at the iconic Philadelphia Mint. With limited availability, you must call now. These 1907 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition with brilliant luster. That is 117 years of history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-973-3097. Call now and you'll receive a free bonus, a $50 value free with every order. Call 1-800-973-3097 now to secure your 1907p $10 gold Liberty coins before they sell out. That's 1-800-973-3097. We have a prize. You have a phone. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO moving.com.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
Okay, this contract looks good to me. Let me just run it by my lawyer.
Everyone knows that having a good lawyer on hand can be a real game changer, which is why Legal Shield connects you to a vetted law firm in your state for a low monthly fee. Only Legal Shield has been providing this kind of legal peace of mind for over 50 years. Need an experienced set of eyes on that fine print? With Legal Shield, you can say,
let me run it by my lawyer.
Is the dealership giving you a hassle about warranty repairs?
I guess we'll have to talk to our lawyer.
And for that will you've been putting off, you can finally tell your family.
We're good. I had our lawyer take care of it.
Legal Shield isn't AI bots. It's a dedicated group of real lawyers who have your back, no matter what the future brings, all for around the price of those streaming services you don't watch anymore. Sign up at LegalShield.com/radio today. PPLSI does not provide legal representation or advice. See a plan for complete terms.
San Jose's original Mexican restaurant is now open in Altamont. Visit sanjosesoriginal.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
At work, just pretend you're on a Zoom call with us. Your mic is off. Your mic is off. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
How you doing, Colbert crew? It's hard to sit in a dental chair for 3 hours with drills and needles and all without farting. I let loose a good 15-second fart and I cleared all the dental workers out the room. Kind of proud of it.
That's an odd source of pride. You know what I mean? Good for you, Doug. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Got a 5 or 8 minutes or so to get over to Send the Way Check, CHECK, to realradio.fm. That's your 5 o'clock key. We've got a few minutes left. We'll get another one for you at the top of the hour.
Freshie.
Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
And Jack has the Jackie Sack.
I am, and if you want to give a call, if you want to be part of trivia, do it now, 407-916-1041 in the Jackie Sack. Oh, all aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo-choo.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
There we go. In the Jackie Sack, we have a pair of tickets to see The Guests. It's featuring Lucy Woodward and Henry Hay. They'll be performing at the Dr. Phillips Center's newest and most intimate music room, Judson's Live. This is happening Friday night. They are doing it May 2nd through the 4th. However, these tickets are for May 3rd, Friday night. You can eat, drink, and discover new artists across all genres in this stylish space, inspired by the world's most legendary listening rooms. Order from a menu of unrivaled cocktails and shareable plates. While you are there, get your tickets now and see The Guests May 2nd through the 4th in Judson's Live at drphillipscenter.org. The Jackie Sack is brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. Let's be honest, moving sucks, so hire their fully trained expert moving crews to do the job for you. And don't worry, because they're adept in packing, handling your furniture, safe driving, customer service, and so much more. Speaking of more, if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, that's going to get you a discount. So book them today at centomoving.com. That's C-E-N-T-O moving.com. Clickety-clack, back to you.
Thanks, Deb. Appreciate that.
Sure.
Who goes first today, buddy?
Scott.
Let's go Scott right there on line 2. Scott, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How about you, Jim?
Doing wonderful. Would you like to play a little game with us?
I would love to.
All right, let's do it, buddy.
Game show.
All right, Scott, this is a real easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers, Scott, though, it is a lie. It's a fib. I'm trying to mislead you.
No.
I don't want you to go to Judson's Live. Actually, I really do. But if you can find this one, I'll send you out. You ready, buddy?
I'm ready.
Here we go. On this day in 1925, the country of Cyprus becomes a British crown colony. That's right. Here are 3 fun facts about the country of Cyprus and one Mediterranean paradise of a lie.
Ooh.
All right, we're talking about Cyprus, buddy. Here we go. The oldest perfume known to man was found in Cyprus in 2007. It was created 4,000 years ago. Number 2, in Cyprus, it's against the law to eat or drink while driving. Number 3, the famous painting The Birth of Venus by Sandro Botticelli was painted while he vacationed in Cyprus. Or lastly, during the Copper and Bronze Ages, Cyprus was the wealthiest country on earth. Which of those is a lie?
Let's go with the second one.
Nah, buddy, that's true. In Cyprus, unfortunately, it is straight up against the law, and they will pull your ass over, and they will fine you heavily if they see you eating or drinking while you're driving your vehicle.
Man, they'd go crazy here.
Yeah. Oh, God. I know I can starve. Jack, who's next?
Derek.
Derek right here on line 4. Derek, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, boss. We're talking about the country of Cyprus here. Which one of these is untrue? Number 1, the oldest perfume known to man was found in Cyprus in 2007. It was created 4,000 years ago. Number 2, the famous painting The Birth of Venus by Sandro Botticelli was painted while on vacation in Cyprus. Or lastly, during the Copper and Bronze Ages, Cyprus was the wealthiest country on earth.
I'm going to go with the last one.
No, buddy, that's true. 100%. At one point, when those ages were around, they were a major producer of copper, and then, of course, that turned into bronze. That's true. Who's next? Kira. Kira, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing great, Kira. You got a 50-50 shot at joining us at Judson's Live for an incredible show. We're talking about the country of Cyprus. Which one of these is untrue? The oldest perfume known to man was found in Cyprus in 2007. It was created 4,000 years ago. Or lastly, the famous painting The Birth of Venus by Sandro Botticelli was painted while vacationing in Cyprus.
Ooh, I'm going to go with number 2.
And you are going to go to Judson's Live. You're You are a winner. I'm going to put you on hold, Kira. Enjoy your time. We hope you have a blast. You are going to love the room. It is simply amazing. That's right.
So where was...
I think Italy.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was Italian. I think he painted it there in Italy, but I thought it was good enough. And I have to tell you, it was lean out there for... I didn't expect a lot of people to know about Cyprus. It's a beautiful spot. But it's not a lot of people know about Cyprus. A little tough today. Sorry, guys. A couple other things you may not know about Cyprus before we get to the top of the hour. Of the 1,950 species of flowering plants all over the world, 140 of those appear only in Cyprus.
Wow.
That's right. Cyprus is the third largest island in the Mediterranean. Can you guys name the other two? One's easy.
Sicily?
That's one of them.
And Crete?
No, that's exactly what I would have guessed. Starts with an S.
Sardinia?
Sardinia is the answer. Yeah, very good. Sardinia. No, Sardinia. Let's see.
Oh, wait. Dong is good enough.
I don't know, dude. That felt like one. Cyprus is home to the oldest producer of this in the world. Matter of fact, it was called Commandaria, and they've been making it since 2000 BC.
And it comes from Cyprus.
It comes from Cyprus.
It's mulch.
It's not mulch. It's so good, Jack.
Incense?
No, wine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, wine. Cyprus is the oldest wine producer in the world. Commandaria was the winery, and they've been making wine since 2000 BC.
Oh, my God.
And then lastly here.
You don't have to worry about branding with that.
And then lastly here, if you'd like to travel to Cyprus, I strongly recommend it, and here's why. One of the safest places on Earth.
Really?
Yeah. In the top, rated in the top, I think 15 of the safest places that you can visit. And I mean, when you look at those Nordic states, Iceland, Denmark, all those places are like the most safe you can go. But outside of that, Cyprus is one of those where they consider it 1,000% safe and very accommodating. I don't know how expensive it is. I'm guessing as a tourist, it's probably not that cheap, but it is absolutely stunning when you look at it online and start studying it about it a little bit.
Off the beaten path.
Oh, yeah. 14 and a half hours to fly there. That's all.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, not that bad at all. All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
Heavy traffic reported on I-4 this afternoon in the Orlando area, east and westbound by the major attractions exits and through downtown. A serious crash has closed all northbound lanes on Apopka Vineland Road at I-4. Looking at a slow ride as well on the turnpike between the Greenway exit and Osceola Parkway. If you see traffic problems, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey guys, Chef Justin with Fresh from Florida here, reminding you that the best part of summer is already here. Locally grown, fresh from Florida watermelon. Fresh from Florida, there's sunshine in every bite.
And here in Central Florida, you know how important it is for your AC to work perfectly every single time. You guys feel that heat rising up a little bit, and you heard the reports. By next week, it's going to be right back into the 90s. And guys, it is only the beginning of May. This is going to be a hot summer. Make sure your AC is good for that. Get that preventive maintenance plan from my friends over at Mills Air. Let them use that 30-plus years of experience to make sure your AC doesn't even come close to quitting in these brutal Florida summers. And you can do that. Their techs can service any brand out there. You don't even have to know what kind of AC you have. But check this out. If your AC is bad and you do happen to need another one, these guys are Carrier Factory authorized dealers. And that means up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and certainly turn to our guys over at Mills Air. They're awesome people. You are going to love doing business with them. They're family owned and operated. Call them today. It's 407-277-1159. Find them online easily at millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win a dream home makeover. Up for grabs are a bathroom remodel, flooring, solar, roofing, and large appliances. Register now to win a solar battery for your home from Sunwave Energy. There are 5 different contests with each category offering its own unique benefits for improving your home to create the perfect living space. Get more details and enter at realradio.fm/contest.
Hi, everybody. It's Savannah Guthrie here with Hoda Kotb from The Today Show.
You know that saying, you learn something new every day? Well, it is so true.
Yes, every morning on Today, it's those little tips that can help save you time and improve your day.
From the simplest ways to save money right now to incredible kitchen and cleaning hacks that you never knew existed. Just remember,
see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning, right here on NBC.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
At International Diamond Center, we're all about family. And no one plays a more important role in the life of any family than Mom. She's the rock, the hero, the one that holds it all together. So we invite you to help us celebrate the mothers in our lives with the perfect Mother's Day gift and a little something extra. We've put together a special collection of jewelry just for Mom. We've set aside these carefully selected items so there's no guesswork. You can stop in, shop with ease, and get Mom a timeless gift she's sure to love. And to make it really special, with any purchase of $249 or more, we'll give you a $50 spa gift card so she can use it to treat herself to a day of pampering and relaxation. So come join us at IDC. Help us say a big thank you to the mothers in our lives with a gorgeous bracelet, maybe a pair of diamond earrings, a colored gemstone ring, or a piece from our Perfect Love collection. Buy the jewelry and we'll throw in the $50 spa treat at no charge. Happy Mother's Day from International Diamond Center. Get showroom directions, store hours, and more now at shopidc.com.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
It's the Marketer's Report. Today, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, tells us about the advantages the speed of audio production affords their growing tech company.
At Moderna, we have a mindset saying that we pivot fearlessly. And I think with audio, you can pivot fearlessly. You can go where the news is and bringing in content that perhaps you didn't have a few weeks earlier. It's less 6 months in advance or 3 months in advance when you do a TVC. You're able to create really nimble content, which I think in this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy.
As the #1 audio company, company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local, every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
For all your windows and doors, go to FASWD.com. That's FASWD.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You can watch radio being made on a daily basis at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Well, Jimmy, in Brevard, we call it 7-Eleven feet. It's about the same thing.
Yep.
Both are disgusting.
Yeah, the Jiffy feet, I've never heard of that in my life. I lived in Orlando, Texas Ave, Americana, Oak Ridge, Rio Grande, and for 30 years, and I never heard that in my life. And the grilling thing, that's more, why are you asking me so many questions?
Yeah. That's what everybody thinks it is. But I guess in New York, it also means you can't stare at me anymore. Damn. Good luck in that part of town, Big Dog. That's a hard-ass part of Orlando right there where he is. That is a hard part of town, man. Keep your head down, kid. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Green, by the way, is your 6 o'clock keyword. We did have a winner confirmed at 4 o'clock. Tyler, congrats. Spend that money wisely. I don't feel you will, and I'm actually applauding that as well.
Yeah. Have fun with it.
Yeah, it's free money.
Yeah, one money?
Yeah.
That shouldn't go to bills.
$1,000. Oh, no, that's got to go to bills, Jack.
Okay.
I think Scott Brown would. I think he would disagree.
You're right.
I think he would disagree wholeheartedly.
Maybe a little bit.
Take that $1,000 and pay off a Heights credit card or whatever the case may be, or
buy a nice bottle of bourbon.
Yeah, there you go. Good meal.
And then the rest you can.
Sure, yeah. All right, welcome back. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. Yeah. Again, Green, guys. GREEN. Go to realradio.fm and send it away for your chance at $1,000. And if you'd like to leave a talk back, that's what we play before we come back on the air. You can do that as well. It's free. Just get the iHeartRadio app. Go to Real Radio. Once you get it, you'll see that little microphone. Send it right over to Jack, and he'll put it on the air for you. All right. Wait, just real quick, I want to because a text came in, and I want to make sure that everybody kind of understands. Somebody was saying that they were horrified at some of the comments or how quickly we went over what the college protests are about, is saying that we glossed over it too quickly because there were people out there yelling, to kill Jews. Well, like Scott said, the majority of people aren't doing that. They are protesting for sure, and some of them are being quite idiotic. There's no question, but I don't know that the majority of these people are running and yelling, kill all the Jews at places like this. I think what they're protesting is the occupation of Palestine with the Israeli army because of the brutality. It looks like it's coming out of that area. I don't know that anybody would defend Hamas and what they did to Israel when they invaded and killed how many people? Almost 2,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they did that. So nobody's sympathetic toward the protesters when it comes to their message. What we were basically saying is they're not all there to do that. So there are agents of chaos. They're hopping on board to follow that because they just like being idiots. But that's what we're saying. Nobody's glossing over the fact that they're protesting or what they're protesting about. Not at all. I mean, not at all. All right, 407-916-1041. So what do you think the most dangerous jobs in the country are?
Sanitation worker in New York City.
That's funny. You know what the funny thing is? I actually made a note here on this topic saying it really isn't that surprising. But in reality, it is a little surprising. And the reason why is because we've been led to believe that, what are the most dangerous jobs? We've heard for years because television told us it was
the fishermen.
Fishermen is definitely one of them.
Fishermen,
Loggers.
Like
the people
Construction.
Construction.
Yeah, and we even talked about it recently. Sanitation workers with just all that garbage, everything they're handling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as it rolls, farming, forestry, fishing, and hunting are all top list of America's deadliest jobs. Do you think the fatality rate increased or decreased over the last 2 years?
Increased.
This is based on 100,000 workers, the AFL-CIO, based on labor data from 2020 year, which is the latest year available for full data. Do you think it went up or down?
Up.
Yeah. Up.
Yeah, it's up.
Yeah.
Not by much, but it is. Well, I say not by much. Percentage-wise, actually probably isn't that bad. Overall, 5,500 workers out on the job in 2022, up from 5,190 the previous year. But what they say is the reason is actually kind of interesting. Why do you believe that fatalities are up over a 2-year period? And we're talking about up by quite a few. So what do you think? And it gives a reason. And it's not just like, oh, people are dumber. Or, they say that there is a reason why fatalities are happening at a higher rate now than they were a few years back.
Higher levels of stress and anxiety.
God, that's a good guess. It doesn't mention that, but I would tell you, I think that probably has a little bit to do with it. What do you think, Deb? It's sad.
I would say a changing climate. So a lot of these jobs have to do with working outside.
Man, you know what it is?
Don't say suicide.
It's not. Fatalities are on the rise in part because some employees are simply afraid of potential retaliation if they highlight a dangerous situation on the workplace.
Is this from Boeing?
That's funny.
Yeah.
So what they're basically saying is exactly that case, though, Deborah.
Yeah.
Let's say that we came into this building, and because we didn't want to lose these cheesy, cushy jobs, but we know that something that's happening in this building is sideways, and it could be really bad for somebody, but we keep quiet because we don't want to be that whistleblower who gets on the back end of a firing, so we keep quiet. Well, of course, if you do that, it makes people more susceptible to getting hurt on the job site, and that's exactly what's happening.
Worked a situation like that myself.
It says employee overdosing on drugs while at work, deadly violence against coworkers, and suicides have also contributed to the jump in workplace deaths.
Wow.
That's crazy, right? So you would think it would be like, you could point to a certain thing like a regulation or a safety harness, or somebody wasn't paying attention to what they were supposed to be doing while doing a really dangerous job, but it's not that at all. It's people just not wanting to lose their job in this god-awful economy and not saying anything about dangerous workplaces.
And it was like Scott was talking about in his call with you're afraid to, without protection for the whistleblower, you're afraid to be that person to point out something wrong for self-preservation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. 100%. And Deb, maybe what you said has a little bit to do because they say agriculture has been long a hazardous job.
Yeah.
Farmers and farmhands are exposed to lung-harming dust, while animal droppings also contain mold or bacteria. Falls from ladders, farm machinery, and grain bins pose another risk. And I just found this out. There was a famous actress that I just read a story about, and in the story, I found out her father died in a silo. You know who it was? It's a politician, Joni Ernst.
Oh, really?
Is Iowa, right? I think she's a Republican Iowan or a Democrat Iowan?
Republican.
Yeah, okay. And she said, because she talked about, because they were talking about the Kristi Noem thing,
right?
And how putting down a dog in certain parts of the country really isn't a big deal, regardless of what the situation is. And when I started reading about Joni Ernst, because she had a comment to say about that, and it wasn't good, said that her in the context of that, said she lost her father in a silo collapse, like the grain collapsed on him in the silo and it smothered him.
Ooh. Miners
also work in confined underground spaces. Toxic and explosive gases like hydrogen sulfide or methane. Construction workers. And of course, we've seen that here in just Central Florida. How many people have you reported on working on the I-4 Ultimate job since we've been on the air?
Oh, yeah.
That have unfortunately been killed? Like 5?
Well, plus you have that case in South Florida of part of that crane collapsing and severely injuring that woman in a Tesla. It killed a construction worker who fell to his death.
Yeah.
And that was after just a few days after losing, 6 construction workers off the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse?
And it says, not surprisingly, here states with large numbers of agriculture and extraction industry workers, which is the oil business, which is another really busy one, with Wyoming topping their 12.7 deaths for every 100,000 workers. Rounding out was North Dakota, Mississippi, New Mexico, West Virginia, and Louisiana as some of the most dangerous states. It doesn't really say where Florida falls on a list of most dangerous states to work, but I don't think Florida has a lot of that logging. Well, we do have logging, but not like we do in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, no.
We're taking down pine trees down here as a rule, and that's not as not as gigantic as the others. But man, it's crazy. When I read the whole idea that people just won't report, they were not reporting super dangerous situations at their own job place, and it could be costing people's lives, and that's the reason it's increased by what looks to be about 18% or so. Just bananas.
It's sad.
It is sad. That's why I said it was sad
that
you can't even have the wherewithal to go, hey, man, this is a dangerous work spot without thinking there's a possibility you could lose your job.
Keep your head down.
It also makes you understand the push for unionization. At businesses all across the country for those
100%.
basic workplace protections.
All right, 407-916-1041. Don't forget your 6 o'clock keyword is green, GREEN. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. I'll tell you, this next topic we have for you guys was one of the most interesting I've read in quite a while. All right? And it comes from Yahoo Finance, and it says, here's how much Americans think they're worth per hour. All right? Now, I want you to kind of think for a second, because I'm going to ask you guys what you think you're worth per hour, what an hour of your time is worth, all right? And generationally, the difference is really, really interesting. We'll do that next here on The Jim Colbert Show.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. At 9, it's Real Laughs, followed by Real Music Weekends at 10 on Real Radio 104.1 and on your free iHeartRadio app.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Heavy traffic reported on I-4 this afternoon in the Orlando area, east and westbound by the major attractions exits and through downtown. A serious crash has closed all northbound lanes on Apopka Vineland Road at I-4. Looking at a slow ride as well on the turnpike between the Greenway exit and Osceola Parkway. If you see traffic problems, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's Savings. Now that's speaking the Lowe's language. And with My Lowe's Rewards, your savings just keep coming with members-only offers. Learn more about our new loyalty program at Lowes.com/MyLowe'sRewards. Subject to terms and conditions, see Lowes.com/terms for details.
Renewal by Andersen has been ensuring and creating top quality products for homeowners for over a century. They've won 4 J.D. Power Awards and have 500,000 5-star reviews, with the most in Orlando and Jacksonville. And if you live on the coast, get this. Their Turtle Glass protects sea turtles, which is perfect for Sea Turtle Protection Day on June 16th. Renewal by Andersen specializes in energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors using their exclusive Fibrix product, which is chic, tough, easy to maintain, and twice as strong as vinyl. Now through the end of May, buy 2 windows and or patio doors and get the third 60% off. Plus 0 money down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 1 year. Some restrictions apply. Plus they're hiring experienced window and door installers. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Go to RBAFLA.com for complete details. Again, that's RBAFLA.com. License number CGC 1527613.
San Jose's original Mexican restaurant is now open in Altamont. Visit sanjosesoriginal.com.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank and Celtic Bank, members FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you the decision maker in your company? Consider this. For the first time in decades, there's a better option for a corporate card and spend management platform. Meet Ramp, the only corporate card and spend management system designed to help you spend less money so you can make more. Most corporate credit cards offer points as incentives, but those points amount to less than their worth in real cash value. Ramp's business cards offer you cash back, real money in your pocket. Plus, you control who spends what with each vendor. And Ramp's software collects and verifies receipts automatically, which means you'll stop wasteful spending and close your books in hours instead of days. Businesses that use Ramp add up to 5% to their bottom line the first year. If you're a decision maker, adding Ramp could be one of the best decisions you've ever made. And now get $250 when you join Ramp for free. Just go to ramp.com/free. Ramp.com/free. ramp.com/free.
Tools Ace Hardware's biggest grill sale of the year is happening now through May 27th. Get free fuel, free assembly, and free local delivery on select grills, $3.99 and up. Get a free propane tank fill with the purchase of a Weber grill, Blackstone griddle, or Uni pizza oven. Get a free bag of Traeger wood pellets with the purchase of a Traeger grill. Get a free bag of Big Green Egg natural hardwood charcoal with the purchase of a Big Green Egg. Plus, Tools Helpful Associates will have answers to all of your lawn and garden questions and will load up your mulch, soils, and fertilizer for you. Shop in store at one of their 13 convenient locations, including the brand new store in Hamlin, or online at acehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your backyard place.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In Office Orlando.
Moments like making my kids my famous meatballs mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Hi, everybody. It's Savannah Guthrie here with Hoda Kotb from the Today Show.
You know that saying, you learn something new every day? Well, it is so true.
Yes, every morning on Today, it's those little tips that can help save you time and improve your day.
From the simplest ways to save money right now to incredible kitchen and cleaning hacks that you never knew existed. Just remember,
see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning, right here on NBC.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people, Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Breathe easy.
It's brand new, Season 2. I'm Marissa Thalberg.
And I'm Stephen Wolf-Pereira, and we're excited to be back having bigger, bolder, and always real conversations.
Straight from the C-suite front lines of marketing, media, and more.
We have great friends joining from people you may know, like Wilmer Valderrama and Bobby Burke.
And people you'll want to know. So grab a coffee or, hey, even an Aperol Spritz and come join us on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart.
Open your free iHeart app today and search brand new.
This hour of programming is brought to you by My Home Builders Network. Need a new roof? Then you need Mike and his team at hbnusa.com.
You probably don't know this or care, but we have web goals. So go to JimColbertLive.com and look at stuff.
The keyword is green. Jimmy, like not your teeth anymore? So let me ask you a question. This boggles me. Do you floss in the sink and then go to the shower to brush your teeth, or do you floss in the shower and then brush your teeth? Because you got to floss your teeth first before you brush, right? Jimmy, I'm with you. Wet the toothbrush in the sink, clean it out, do your thing. God, it's gross.
Yeah, dude, I'm 100% with you there, Lair Bear. 100%, buddy. I'm telling you, I am a floss it, brush it in the sink like a normal, good old American kind of guy.
How does your mirror look?
Oh, it is a mess. You shouldn't say that, Jack. Because I got to tell you, that stuff can really
fly.
That can bow and arrow a piece of old chicken right to the mirror. Oh man! And when your eyesight is a little bad, you can't see up close. You put your glasses on, look at that thing, you're like, what the f? Looks like a piece of chicken sandpaper.
I can't brush my teeth without drooling.
Oh, really?
Like it. Yeah.
Well,
toothpaste. I drip toothpaste out, so I have to do it over the sink.
Do you use you don't use an electronic thing, right?
No. I used to have one, but I've been a manual toothbrush user for years.
Can I tell you something, buddy? I just came out of that. I had my Sonicare and did not use it for probably about 4 or 5 months because I was using a manual toothbrush. It just felt better. And then I got a new head for my Sonicare. My wife bought them, and I put my new head on my Sonicare. I'm like, oh, what am I doing? This thing is incredible because you just barely lay it on your teeth, just barely. Mm-hmm. And you can feel those bristles shooting up under your gums. That's the whole idea.
They say, we especially when you manually brush your teeth, we tend to do it too hard.
Yeah, way too hard.
Way too hard.
Yeah.
However, I had the Sonicare, and they time you. It pulses every 30 seconds until you get to 2 minutes, and then you know you're done.
Sure.
What I like about a manual one, you can go way under 2 minutes and without feeling guilty because there was no clock running. You know, like if you quit early on a Sonicare, you know that you didn't fully brush your teeth.
Yeah.
If you're manually brushing your teeth, you can lie to yourself and tell you it was 2 minutes.
Or you can just lie to yourself about the Sonicare.
But you know because it didn't pulse 4 times. Yeah.
And it is amazing because when you get in there and get those little nooks and crannies with your Sonicare, you can feel it just blasting all that stuff out of there.
Yum.
Yeah.
Enjoy your dinner, ladies and gentlemen.
Second snack. All right, welcome back. I am Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. Your 6 o'clock keyword is green, GREEN. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. We had a winner at 4 o'clock, Tyler.
Woo-hoo!
Took home $1,000 from the Jim Colbert Show. So we're doing it, man.
Had a winner yesterday. Monsters had one this morning.
Damn.
We're up to 7.
Crush City. We're doing good. All right, so time is precious, it says here in this Yahoo Finance story, and Americans know it. To gauge how precious, financial planning firm Empower asked 2,200 adults between March 11th and March 14th how much money they thought an hour of their time was worth. And on average, Americans valued their time at this much per hour.
$30.
50.
Let me give you an idea, guys. You're not even close. You're not even in the ballpark. And I got to tell you, I don't know what this number says about America. I'm going to be Donna. I don't know what this number says about this country. I really don't. I've said for years, I think there's a great disconnect in people's value of themselves and their actual value of themselves. I think people have a really grandiose value of who and what they are sometimes because they read and they see something, or a buddy they work with doesn't work as hard and they make more money. So they think because I work harder, my buddy who makes more money, I deserve more money. It doesn't work like that. You're worth what you get kind of thing. Right?
Well, I would hope that's not the case.
Yeah, but unfortunately, there's a lot.
What do they say? It's averaging at $100 an hour? More than 100.
How much did you say?
$250?
$240 an hour is what the average American thinks that their time is worth. Based on a 40-hour work week, that would put their perceived value at $500,000 a year. or 8 times the value, or higher than the average of the U.S. salary, which is about $60,000.
So they're smart enough to, at that, I would assume you're smart enough to figure out what is the job you're doing and how much revenue are you generating in that job, and how much does it exceed the $500,000 you are now drawing on an annual basis?
Listen, man, this is an interesting read. Again, this is Yahoo Finance today. You can find it. What age group values their time the most? Millennials, Gen Z, Gen X, or Boomers?
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
Gen Z?
Yeah, the youngers.
How much do you think a Gen Z person, let me give you an example. You can use the 240 as a base number to go up or down from.
Okay.
What do you think Gen Z says? Now, that's more from 1997 to 2012.
I think we'd have to say more, because if you're saying 240 was the average and we're guessing that Gen Z was the highest of them, it would have to be more than the average.
So what do you think?
Up from 240.
How much?
Up to $350 an hour.
Yeah, 400.
$266.92. So $267, just a few dollars over.
Where are they getting that number from?
I don't know.
This is I mean, they asked them. Okay. This is all data that they asked them straight up. So they're not the most expensive.
No, I would think. Oh, they're not.
They're not. They don't think they deserve the most. Who do you think? It makes really good sense when you think about it.
Boomers?
Oh.
Millennials believe that they're worth more. From 1981 to 1996, they placed the highest value on their time, saying an hour of their time was worth $330 an hour, with a quarter of them pegging that at more than $500 an hour.
Damn.
So a quarter of the millennials that they talked to thought that they were worth $500 an hour. Just to give you an idea, that is a high-level attorney. That's an attorney with 20 years experience or so, charging $500 plus an hour.
A physician, right?
That's a physician. The highest percentage of any generation. What do you think? Here's the fun part of this. And this is truly generational. What do you think boomers said? Born from 1946 to 1964.
$80.
70.
That's a good guess, 137.19. But even with the boomers in the economy we see now, based on what they offered in their day, that's the only thing I can guess is how they kind of applied this, Jack.
Yeah.
Is they go, okay, well, back in the day, I did this. And when I look at who does that now, they make this. I deserve that much more than this. 137.19 an hour is what boomers believe that they should make. It says millennials value their time more because of their sense of loss of time. Like the 2008 financial crisis, when many entered the workforce, or the pandemic. So they believe that they're owed money that they could not make for those two scenarios when they weren't able to earn at the highest rate.
I'm so confused by this study.
How about this?
Yeah.
Hold on. Stop. How much of your time would you give back? How much of your money would you give back to get an hour of time?
None of it.
Time is so precious. It says that a quarter of Americans say they would take a 15% pay cut for more time, for more free time. Millennials, 41% were the most willing to do so. Half of the people who are millennials are willing to give up 15% of what they make right now to have more free time to live their life the way they want.
Well, we've seen this in the post-pandemic debate about the hybrid workforce and people wanting to continue to work from home. And the question was then, okay, how much less would you take in pay to continue to work from home, considering you're not traveling and all the money you're saving by not having to do that commute? So
Right.
I think there is definitely a trade-off that some people are willing to make for that time that you're getting back. But I'm still curious as to, of the people answering with these answers of my time is worth $300 an hour. I want to know, what is their current pay and profession?
Well, the average is $60,000. That's what it said. The average American salary is around between $56,000 and $60,000.
Okay.
So that means most of these people have that kind of job. They're making $60K. They think they should be making about 5 times that much, maybe even 6 times that much, 7 times that much, to be honest with you. Almost 8. It is actually 8 times. $480,000. Well, and they say here that wealth isn't about what's in your bank account. Most Americans feel that 63% of Americans feel that you just have enough money to hang out with your friends and family. They feel wealthy.
But $60,000 on the 40-hour work week is
not
under
much.
$29 an hour.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Yeah.
$28.84 an hour.
Something like that, yes. Yep. It says Americans don't like managing their money. More than 1/3 of Americans procrastinate when it comes to money tasks like paying their bills. 26% that they said they'd spend $5,000 annually to have someone else manage their long-term finances. More than 2 of 5 Americans say that outsourcing household chores improves work-life balance. Like almost 1/3 of Americans say that they would rather pay more to get an item delivered instead of driving 10 minutes to get it. That, to me, that's clinical. To me, from my world, that is clinically insane. You know, when you talk about, when we talk to Scott on Tuesdays about making money and saving money, to think that almost half, 36%, I can't say almost half, that more than 1/3 of this country would rather pay more for an item than take 10 minutes out of their life to drive and go get it, and then bitch and moan about not having any money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I think that's a clinical insanity right there in my world.
I've seen my kids do it.
Yeah.
It's, and it's.
Listen, we got what's that curb delivery thing that we just got the other day? I told you guys we got it for the first time. What's it called?
Uber Eats?
Yeah.
Grubhub?
Yeah, Uber delivers or whatever.
DoorDash.
DoorDash, there you go. They brought DoorDash, but it was just like stuff we needed for the kitchen.
Yeah.
I felt like the biggest POS.
Yeah.
And it was just because we literally didn't have the 10 minutes to go to the store and get it, and we needed it. And we had it delivered, and I felt like a complete lump of ass for having that delivered. I'm like, man, the store is legit 4 minutes away, and we got it delivered.
25 years this summer I'm living in Winter Springs. I don't think I've ever had a pizza delivered.
Oh, yeah, you go and get it.
I just go get it.
But I found this crazy, man. I really found this study interesting. You're about to ask a question, Jack. I'm sorry I cut you off.
I forgot.
Yeah, okay. Can you remember?
No. Not with my Swiss cheese memory.
What do you think you are worth an hour? You think you get paid a fair wage?
Okay.
All right, let me help you out. You're not.
Let me like
not. You're
so
not.
look at the hours. If I was my current pay at a 40-hour work week, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
But I'm working like a 60-hour work week.
Yeah.
And I can't, and it's up to I can stop it. I would need to stop it, but I can't watch things not get done.
Right.
And then just build, and then it just creates more stress.
Yeah.
And the past couple of days, like this morning, I woke up. It was about 6 o'clock, and when I got to the fourth thing, I started thinking about what I had to do. And I got to the fourth thing on my list. I go, now I can't go back to sleep. I got to get up and start doing these.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You think you get paid what you're worth? Let me help you out. You're not. I mean, but the thing is I don't believe most people are. I think most people find a comfort zone that they feel a value of themselves. And sometimes I believe
you just learn to be comfortable with what you're getting paid.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
But that's kind of what I'm saying. I think a lot of people find that they settle into something they enjoy and they go, well, I'm happy with what I do. And this is just what it pays. Right? I mean, that's just kind of what it is. I wonder how much of our audience do you believe believes that? Do you think most of our audience believes that they're being paid fairly? Ooh. Let's take teachers out of the action. Yeah, because there's no way not even one teacher listening to us right now getting paid what they're worth.
No.
Not even one. I don't care the highest paid teacher listening to us right now, but you deserve $100K more. Or ma'am, you deserve $100K more.
The majority, I don't believe, feels they are being paid what they're worth. I think my guess would be in that 30 to 40%. Probably 30% range would say they believe they're paid what they're worth. That's just a blind guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I think by the study, I think we also kind of overvalue our worth.
Yeah, maybe so.
In the workforce.
I think what you have to do is you have to you basically have to look at your position and what you provide the company that you work for, the business you work for, and it's how much more do they make because I'm here, or do they not make money because I'm here?
Right. And that's why when the average is that they're worth $240 an hour, when it comes to $500,000 a year, is that the value you are providing? You have to exceed that value to be of service to your company. Because if you were just breaking even, then it's
no good.
No good.
I bet most people probably. Well, you know what? That's funny. I tell you that. I think that number is pretty close. I think that percentage is pretty close. I believe if you ask the audience, and we may do this tomorrow, if we ask the audience if they think they're getting paid a fair amount, I think a larger portion of the audience will agree that they are than you believe.
Okay. Is it a fair amount, or is the question what you're worth?
Well, what you're worth. I think what you're worth.
I think it's two. But
it is two questions.
Right. Because a fair amount would be, well, for the job I'm doing, because
I'm spinning a sign. I don't deserve $100K a year.
Right. And some people have that, self, awareness. But for some, I think maybe they put in the effort to what they feel they deserve, like what they're being paid.
Let me ask you, I think commissions also make a big would make a big play here.
Oh, yeah.
If you work on commissions, you kind of know. Because your money is based on what you actually earn, so you know that. But in the service industry, I bet it gets very interesting. If you're a server and you're at a really nice restaurant and you're pulling like $400 a night out of that place, which is not uncommon, by the way, in nice restaurants.
Right.
Do you sit and think to yourself, I probably don't deserve to make $90K a year just bringing food to people? There's not really a skill here other than being affable. I'm just bringing food to people and I can remember stuff. But in reality, when you're a diner and you have a great server, it does make a gigantic difference.
See, and I think to that, I think we rationalize it and say, well, this is what this job can provide, and I do a good job at this job.
Right.
And so if the job pays this and I'm doing well, I'm at the higher end of that workforce, then I do deserve it.
Yeah.
And I think it's really easy for us to justify that we deserve what we're getting, because I believe there's the management view where they see your output, and then there's your own personal view where you see every time you've been thinking about work, and it might build up a little more than what the manager assesses your value.
Yeah, sure. I mean, per hour they couldn't. I mean, you know, I put so many hours in. There's no. I mean, I wouldn't even want to break my hourly wage down. I mean, it would still be okay, but I mean,
I got it right here.
12 hours. 12, 15-hour days every single day doing this thing. It's a lot, but I mean, you know, it's not like I'm throwing sod. So
we're not calling it just a 20-hour work week for you from 3 to 7, 5 days a week?
Can't do that. That's not how it works. 8 hours a day, kid.
Yeah.
And every time you book your vacation, you remind it's 8 hours. Even though it's 4 on the air, it's 8 hours. All right, 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. It's so funny. I bet a lot of people out there maybe think that, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know if people think they got it good. I do remember this. I'll tell you this story, and we'll get out of here on this. And this is the only person I've ever heard this about. I know of a person who years ago was in the, she was a drug rep, right? Selling pharmaceuticals.
Mm-hmm.
And this was in the heyday of that. Which would have been in that which would have been like the early 2000s.
Yep.
Right? When the pharmacy thing broke free, you got your Viagra, you got a bunch of things that hit at that time, and the pharmacy thing was going crazy, right? I had heard a rumor that she was making so much money and doing so little to earn it, she had to go into therapy for it.
Really?
That she actually felt guilty for the money she was making because it was so plentiful. She had made the proper contacts and had gotten to that point where all of her contacts and all of her schmoozing added up, and she just started getting orders and turning the orders in, and they were so gigantic that she was making so much money and not really doing a lot to earn it, so she felt guilty about it. Actually had to go to therapy to figure out how to deal with making money when she didn't feel that she earned it.
Wow.
I will tell you, I will never see that therapist. that is not a professional I'll ever seek the help of.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Green, by the way, is your 6 o'clock keyword. That's GREEN. You got a few minutes left to go over there and make this a trifecta for us here on the Jim Colbert Show. Get that money. Green. That'll work for you. Welcome. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. We'll be back in a second with trivia. Or, God, what is going on with me?
You're paid what you're worth.
Yeah. I'll tell you.
Way to wrap and bow that bad boy up.
How many hours a week are you working?
That's too many, buddy.
We'll be right back.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Ian Cassette with your Central Florida forecast. An isolated rain chance continues here through the early evening hours, but will be quiet overnight and mild with low around 69 degrees. For Thursday, another chance of some sea breeze afternoon showers and storms, but lower rain chances with a high of 89 degrees. We continue to see warm weather through the weekend with mostly dry conditions expected. Into next week, our temperatures rise, getting back into the 90s by midweek. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Ian Cassette.
This report is sponsored by Nasal Guard. People who suffer from allergies use Nasal Guard to prevent them. Nasal Guard's innovative gel and spray products protect you from all airborne allergens, no matter what the forecast holds. Visit Amazon, Walmart, or NasalGuard.com today. Breathe better this spring. NasalGuard.com.
Hey guys, don't be that dad without life insurance. When thanks to Ethos, you can be that great dad with life insurance. To help keep his family living exactly like they do now, secure and protected in the event of the unexpected. With a fast and easy online experience, some policies as low as $1 a day and up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam, just a few health questions. Ethos makes getting life insurance protection hassle-free. E for easy, E for Ethos at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Dan, don't dream about having a beautiful bathroom. Make it a reality. Do that with my friends over at Rebath in Mid-Florida, Dave and Josh Denbauer. This is a father and son team that's been doing it right here in Central Florida for over 15 years. And by the way, doing it right, this is what I mean. Giving you incredible products and great designs for a brand new bathroom that you're going to love for many, many years. If you're caught in that situation where you have a bad bathroom, you can't have those family events at your house anymore because you're so embarrassed, let these guys give you a shot, because I'm telling you, man, they do a great job. And even better, if you tell them that we sent you over, they're going to give you $800 in upgrades to your bathroom. That's right, $800 in upgrades. And yeah, they have everything you want. The toilets, the sinks, the tubs, the lighting, the cabinetry, many choices of all that so that you can have the exact bathroom you want. Log on to the website, look at the before and afters, see what they've done for people in Orlando, then book your appointment. Their showroom is also very easy to find. 436 right across from Altamont. It's rebath.midfla.com.
I'm Charles. I got a bad back injury when a truck crashed into my car. You know those lawyer ads. All they talk about are themselves and money, money, money. I wanted the best doctors for my back. I called attorney Glenn Klausman. He got me to really good doctors, and I'm doing great. Glenn was always available to talk to. He got me a great settlement and quicker than I thought possible. Car crash? Call Klausman at 407-917-1718. KLAUSMAN law.com.
Office, Winter Park.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1907 $10 gold Liberty coins has been found. These gorgeous 1907p gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 100 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling the secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you can own a piece of the hoard. When you call, you are guaranteed a 1907 gold Liberty struck at the iconic Philadelphia Mint. With limited availability, you must call now. These 1907 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition with brilliant luster. That is 117 years of history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-973-3097. Call now and you'll receive a free bonus, a $50 value free with every order. Call 1-800-973-3097 now to secure your 1907p $10 gold Liberty coins before they sell out. That's 1-800-973-3097.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
This Military Appreciation Month, Navy Federal Credit Union wants to celebrate our members who go above and beyond every single day. That's why we thought you might want to hear some special thank you messages from your friends and family.
I want to give a shout out to my brother AZ1 Archie Castillo.
Hi, I want to give a shout out to my friend Colin, who's currently serving in the Army. Thanks for all you do. Happy Military Appreciation Month.
And from all of us here, happy Military Appreciation Month. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind. If you've been in a car accident, you need to know a term. It's called statute of limitations. That means you have 2 years from the time of the accident to actually file a lawsuit if need be. If you don't do that, you're going to lose your rights to the claim. Now, sometimes some lawyers will wait till the last minute to file or contact you with just about a month left saying that they don't know if they want to proceed with your case. Be careful with that. For more information, contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial #546, Office, Orlando.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call #250, keyword heart scan. Hey, so apparently Facebook is still a thing. Search Gym members and join our group.
As a millennial, I'm not completely surprised. It just goes to show, because these numbers aren't necessarily about how much we expect we should be making for work. It's what we value our time to be. That's time at work, that's time in the car, that's time with our family and friends and going out and doing things. So the fact that half of us are willing to give up a 15% of our pay just to have some of that time back, it speaks a lot, I think.
Yep. Jim, Deb, Jack, crew, hey, as a delivery driver, I'm glad for that 36% of America. I'll tell you that much. Whether it's 10 minutes away or not, I'll bring it to you. But the other thing about the money is that, if people wanted $400,000 a year and you gave it to them, then they'd complain because housing would be $1 million for a house. So that's the problem. There's no understanding of that.
For me, when I'm at work and I'm getting overtime pay, that's when I feel like I'm getting paid what I'm worth. When I'm at home, all those jobs are different. What I get paid, what I'm worth. Like if I'm doing some cleaning, that's different than if I'm cooking. Now, if we're talking about the job of getting down.
Okay, dude.
Sexy time.
You son of a bitch out there.
Oh, baby. That's priceless.
Okay. We hit a nerve with that one, dude, because our texting server's lit up as well. The funny thing is this is something I've said as well. We get this text in. I've said this for a while. And one of the most insidious things that social media does to our our youthful generations is it tells them that making a lot of money is easy and that you can just get rich fast and that all you got to do is pull a little scam or a side hustle and you're going to make money. They underplay the idea of hard work and sacrifice to make it in this country. And it says, problem is these people in my generation and younger watch clickbait videos on YouTube and TikTok that tell them they're worth way more than they really are getting paid. But better watch out. Somebody will do your job for half that wage down the line.
That's the whole, becoming an influencer thing.
Right, yeah. And I do believe that. I mean, I've said that for years. I think, there's a lot of ways that social media is dangerous to us all and how it controls the way we think and how we spend our money and who we vote for and our outlooks and things of that nature. But I think one of the worst things it could do is teach our youth that making it, quote unquote, making it in this country is paved with easy videos or a couple clips that you may have go viral or a side hustle that you hear from a guy who's got a business in Iowa or whatever. That's just not the way it goes.
Not everyone can be the Mr. Beast.
Yeah, not everybody's going to be that way. But again, just the old way always works. And I hate that they get sold that line of goods that, you can, quote, make it. Look, some people can, but most of the people I know that have done anything with themselves are up at 6 o'clock in the morning and they're grinding,
Yeah.
And they're grinding. They got a plan, All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. We're not going to do trivia. Deb ragged my ass about that. I screamed out a bloody anger, curdling blood is going to probably cost me 2 or 3 days of my life.
It's nothing new, though.
That anger blood constriction that I get. I am Jim. Deb is here. Jack is here as well. Let's see. Coming up tomorrow is a Thursday. We'll talk to Danny Meyering. We'll also do Colbert Court tomorrow. Your calls and texts and talkbacks. We'll also have you 4 more opportunities to win that $1,000.
Yeah, let's get some more. I love it.
Yeah, 3 winners in 24 hours. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. We had 4 the first week, then nothing the second week, and this week just boom, boom, boom.
Banging them out.
Winners be falling out of trees.
All right, let's do You Heard It Here first.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on The Jim Colbert Show.
On the same day that Florida's 6-week abortion ban became official, the Arizona State Senate has repealed a Civil War-era abortion ban.
By your votes of 16 ayes, 14 nays, you have passed House Bill 2677.
2 Republicans joined Democrats to pass the proposal. The 1864 law that banned nearly all abortions was revived by the state Supreme Court last month. The bill now heads to Governor Katie Hobbs' desk to be signed. Closer to home, the Boeing Starliner has had 2 uncrewed test flights, and finally, Monday night, 2 astronauts, including Sonny Williams, will be inside the spacecraft as it lifts off from Cape Canaveral for its first crewed test mission.
It almost feels unreal. Like, we've had a couple launch dates and we've been like, okay, we're ready to go. But now it's like, heck, 5 days. And it is actually finally real. And I sort of have to pinch myself a little bit to understand we're we're going.
Williams and crewmate Butch Wilmore answered questions from the crew quarters at the Kennedy Space Center. The pair will spend a week at the International Space Station testing the Starliner systems before returning to Earth and parachute landing in the Southwest U.S.
Yeah.
And then finally, I was wondering if this was going to happen. It turns out, yep. Former Nickelodeon producer Dan Schneider is suing the producers of the new Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV documentary. His lawyers filed the lawsuit alleging the documentary falsely portrayed Schneider as a sexual abuser. Yeah, I seen some of it. I'm not going to say it was all that false. Schneider acknowledged poor leadership and the fact there were child sex abusers who worked at Nickelodeon, but maintained he had no knowledge of the abuse and was not an abuser himself.
Right.
The lawsuit alleges defamation and says the allegations destroyed Schneider's reputation. The documentary was released in late March and reportedly became Max's best-performing streaming title ever.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Have you guys
amazing.
seen any of it?
My wife saw it and said it was unreal. I didn't see it yet. She told me, she said you got to watch it, but I haven't seen it.
It's unreal. It's unreal that the kids' TV shows that you most likely set your children in front of to watch, that this was what was going on to those actors behind the scenes.
Wasn't there a rumor that guy Schneider knocked up, what's her face? Amanda Bynes, and they hid it when she was like 16 years old?
You might want to watch out. We're just learning that he's litigious.
Yeah, exactly.
I clearly said wasn't one of the rumors.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, she's featured prominently. I mean, because another child star who's just whose life was destroyed by it.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting documentary series, and although he says he was an abuser himself, he all of the makeup artists, the women on the set said it was every day, if not several times a day, where he would ask for a massage.
Here's the last thing I would want. The last thing I'd want is a lawsuit that requires me getting on the stand to answer questions from an attorney or be cross-examined, or a lawsuit that will allow the prosecution or the defense to drag witness after child star onto a stand to be interviewed in front of a jury trying to decide if this guy was defamed. By the way, which is one of the hardest things in the world to prove in a court of law.
Well, regardless, you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Thanks, Deb. I appreciate that very much. Speaking of Deb, your luscious voice and my inability to talk today, who do we have to thank?
We want to thank Daisy Fiore and Sanford, the Eastern Screech Owl from the Audubon Center for Birds of Prey. The Animal House podcast has already been published and posted, in case you missed it. Also want to thank Orlando Sentinel columnist Scott Maxwell, celebrating the graduation of his son, which is pretty cool. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen and Candace Rich for running our YouTube chat.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate it as we do every single day. Jack, we have a question of the day.
We do in our YouTube chat. Have you yelled out of anger in the past week? Talked about, Jim, you do this every couple hours.
This has to be high. In the last week, correct? I mean, nobody hasn't yelled in the last week. I'm going to go. I think 70% of our audience has yelled in the last week.
This question got an unusual high number of responses and surprisingly came in real close to the middle. 48% say yes.
Really? Wow. Would you have thought it would have been higher? It's crazy out there, Jack. I mean, when you have to drive in this city, that alone is one.
For some people, what's yelling out of anger? If you wake up, you're walking in the night, you almost step on the cat, you yell at the cat. Is that yelling out of anger?
It is.
Okay. Well, then maybe I'm guilty. Hey, real quick, we have a dream home makeover contest. It's on our website, realradio.fm/contest. Check it out. It's 5 different contests. It's like 50 grand in prizes, but you can enter all 5 of them. Do it on our website, realradio.fm/contest.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Let's get the hell out of here. Like I said, big day coming up tomorrow. Danny Myring will tell us what's happening in Orlando this weekend. We'll talk to Glenn Klausman for Colbert Court. We will have your text, talkbacks, and all the fun stuff, and 4 more opportunities for you to get that $1,000. On behalf of Deb and Jack, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the monsters in the morning after us. It's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Wednesday evening.
Go put some hump in your day. Bye.